a sec. So I realized I'm terrible at this. While I was pooping, I had a diarrhea attack midstream. While I was pooping, I was like, did I start the recording? I don't think I did. And of course I didn't. So it's 40 minutes in the stream, basically. Because I had a diarrhea attack. Took a little bit of a break. All I really did was the one side quest for getting the gyro compass. I handed it in because that's where I ended off the last part. And then they sent me down here to get some shipwrecks. So this is like the ship where you find some stuff, batteries on the ground. There's some transmissions about Maydang the ships and stuff. Not a huge deal. And then you can't find like a working something, so you go up here and there's a Dreadwing sitting on top of a satellite. Not sure if it'll always respawn. I also fought this Slaughter Spine right here. It was a regular. You didn't miss much. I just used a bunch of spikes after freezing it twice. I also put on this spike thrower instead of my epic one, which was this one. I was never using the fire. I'm probably not going to use this fire either. And I was using the drill one, but not as much as I really thought. And then, yeah, so just killed the Dreadwing. It was just me complaining the whole fight because he would never land. And hitting his fangs in the air was a big pain in the butt. And then I almost pooped my pants on stream and I had to do BRB screen and sprinted to the bathroom. I did pick up my tablet because I'm reading a new manga, but I didn't even get to that because I was in pain. I was just on my phone. But yeah, that's where we are. I thought I had another side quest to hand in Tide's Reach, but I must have already done that. The one where you went out into the middle here and found the Tenakth rebel on this island just stranded, and they told you to just leave him. And so I did. I haven't ever gone out here. I don't know what these things are for. Maybe they're just like in there ready for DLC or something. I was also talking about how I didn't do Machine Strike nearly like at all after the beginner levels. But I'm just gonna look up strategies for that anyway, so does it really matter? But yeah, looking at the quests, don't have anything left except I think main quests now. Like everything else is done. I mean, there's the one hunting ground that I would just look up again. There's the arena left. We did all of these other things. So yeah. Got the weapons from it. I looked up if I could upgrade stuff. I still can't. And why am I not teleporting somewhere? Whoops. Just tried to fast travel in the middle of the ocean to die, I guess. But yeah, there shouldn't really be any new side quests anywhere else. That would be pretty poopy. So we're just going back to base here. So you didn't miss any main stuff, YouTube. So you can rest easy. Okay. Everyone just calm damn titties down. You didn't miss any main story. We're at base. It's dark and lonely. Without Beta and Gaia.
Yeah, Mr. Know-It-All is here. You know, your focus buddy who never smiles. I didn't know what to do with him, so I had him wait in your room.
Got it. Thanks. Well, Silence. Looks like you finally found a door you could open without me.
I'm glad it's there, actually. It kept me from having to mingle with the company you keep. But enough prattle. I believe you owe me an explanation. Your plans for the Zenith base?
You're right. I do owe you. My spear in your throat for deceiving me again. At the Hades Proving Lab.
I doubt you asked me here for that kind of reckoning.
No. Right now, I need your help. So I'm giving you one final chance. But if you ever betray me again, I will kill you no matter what the circumstance. Understood?
Very well. Though we'll both face a decidedly short future if you can't get us inside that base.
Aloy, your other guest is here. She's, coming to you.
Thanks. Good timing. The truth is, I can't actually get us into the base. But she can.
The company you keep is even worse than I thought.
Not a fan of surprises, are you? Oh, look. That must be your little invention.
Does the weapon work? Without self-destructing?
Of course it does. I've eliminated the imperfections and greatly improved its design and output.
How can we be sure?
Care for a demonstration?
Enough, both of you. We're in this together, at least for now. Go talk to Erend. Tell him I said to give you rooms of your own. I'll come see you when I get a chance.
Oh, no. You first.
Better get everyone in the control room, so Tilda can tell us what she knows about the Zenith base. When it looks impossible, look deeper. And then fight like you can win. I will, Rost. Now, and always.
What is this?
Focus. It's Varl's. I used to think no Nora would ever accept one. But Varl did. Even when he was overwhelmed. He refused to let me push him away. I failed Varl at Gemini. I should have pushed harder. I should have done more. I'd give anything to have him back. With Regala out of the way, Hikaru and Zanok, they're safe. The future's up to them now. Do wish they'd drop all the honorary names they've given me. But if I've learned anything about them, that is not a battle I am going to win.
Interesting. There's nothing to say about Beta over here. That's cold. That's real cold. Alright, who is where?
I'm gonna clean my gear later. I can do yours if you want. Yeah, of course. Don't mention it.
Did you need something?
Oh, I can talk to him. What is this one? The Dreadwing Override? Do I do this over upgrading my stuff? I guess I do. I don't know what that is. There's so much stuff that I haven't, like, seen very many of. Like, it's very weird.
Bravo. You managed to sway a Zenith to your side. Care to explain?
Not a chance. I thought you said the weapon was ready.
There's always room to optimize. But that's not why you're here. I assume you want to comprehend my undertakings. So, ask away.
Since when were you so forthcoming?
Since you turned this into a waiting game. And as it seems you have found modest success, perhaps I'm willing to be generous.
While I was out there, I had a couple run-ins with the Quen.
The tribe from across the ocean. And?
Their entire tribe was shaped around the discovery of focuses. One of them, Alva, even joined me here. Don't you want to know more about them?
No. They stumbled upon the greatest technological artifact from the ancient world, and what did they do with it? They shrouded the knowledge they unearthed in mysticism and taboo, creating a pantheon out of corporate shills.
Yes, well, it also led them to Thebes.
Did it now?
So those run-ins with the Quen I mentioned. On one of them I teamed up with their expedition to search Thebes. We found Pharaoh at the end.
You must have needed Omega clearance. So, what was it like?
Worse than you can imagine.
He single-handedly wiped out collective human knowledge. I'm sure it was still less than he deserved.
Let me guess. You would have scraped him into a jar so you could prod his brain, like what you did with Hades.
For a start.
Tell me about the weapon. How does it work?
I've upgraded the delivery system. It now emits a wave-like effect covering a significant distance.
That doesn't fully answer my question.
No, but I'd be a fool to reveal its inner workings. After all, why did you withhold your plan for dealing with the Zenith drones? Yes, even you can appreciate the value of secrecy when warranted. Suffice it to say that the weapon will work. The intricacies of how is knowledge that is mine alone.
Okay, so your big plan, everything you've been manipulating for the last few months. Let me see if I got this straight. You learned about the Zeniths from Hades when you interrogated it. Then you came up with a plan to defeat them by using a Tenakth army and that weapon. And to get the Tenakth to fight for you, or rather the Sons of Prometheus, armed Regalla's rebels with override tech.
Did you have an actual question, or are you still playing catch-up?
So all this time, even before I found the coordinates at the Spire, you were out here scheming. Why couldn't you just tell me?
When I learned of the Zenith's return to Earth, I laid out my plans. I knew I would one day require an army of overzealous Tenakth to assault the Zenith base. The casualties would be extreme. And I knew you would never allow such a sacrifice, no matter how necessary. Thus, I devised a means to remove your interference from the equation. At the Hades Proving Lab.
Oh, wow, that opened up a lot.
Why help Regalla take over? If you wanted an army, you could have just gone to Hekarro.
Before Regalla's rebellion, Hekarro was only concerned with battling machines and fostering friendships with the Carja. Even if I gained his ear, he would never agree to send his forces to battle a threat he couldn't understand.
So helping a bloodthirsty exile was easier.
Yes, exceedingly so. All Regalla craved was war against the Carja and anyone who threatens the Tenakth. She would have led the tribe into battle without question, which was precisely what I needed.
Why create the Sons of Prometheus? You didn't need a Sarah to make override tech.
They were a necessary safeguard. My time serving Hades and the Eclipse demonstrated the risks of getting directly involved. Through the Sons of Prometheus, I could execute my plans, all while remaining anonymous.
Except to a Sarah. How did you get a Sarah to work for you?
I knew there was an associate of the Oseram tinker, Dervahl, who escaped his failed assault on Meridian. It was trivial to track her down and gain her cooperation. She wanted to succeed where Dervahl had failed.
So you promised her Regalla, and the Tenakth. The Sarah would help you create a machine-riding army, and wanted to see Meridian burn as much as she did.
And so a partnership was born out of thirst for blood, bonded in mutual self-interest.
You think you had everything figured out, huh?
I did.
Not everything, otherwise it would
You
have
wanted me
worked.
to surrender to the Zenith at the Hades Proving Lab. They almost killed me.
Based on everything I knew about them, I concluded they would find you a useful asset, thereby keeping you out of harm's way and, more importantly, out of my way.
So you really didn't know they had their own clone of Elizabeth?
No. Unfortunately, there was no way I could have known that particular detail.
Detail? Well, I guess if it wasn't for that, we wouldn't be here today. All right, Silence. I think I've talked to you long enough. I'll let you know when it's time to go. And try not to mess with Tilda while you're in here, okay? I don't need the two of you butting heads.
Ah, yes. About your Zenith ally. I wonder if you understand what kind of person you're dealing with. For someone to live as long as she has, outlast as many calamities, well, your goals may be aligned now, but I'd watch for the moment they diverge.
Yeah, I'm aware. Reminds me of someone else I know.
Survival is only a necessity to my greater purpose, Aloy. I'd hoped you'd recognize that by now.
Do you know something or not?
Oh, I know a great deal of things. But on this, just call it a feeling.
Oh, a feeling? You mean you finally had one? Huh. Guess even you can change, Silence.
Wait a minute. Is there a thing behind him, like a vent? What is that? Oh, would have been so awesome if that was a secret thing like that. Where's Tilda?
Never thought I'd see metal bound to flesh in that way.
Yeah, he seems happy with it.
Where is Tilda? Is she down below? Oh no, she's in here, I guess.
That is a happy thought.
Wait, that's Katalo. Oh, Tilda's in here. I couldn't scan her through that. What the? Oh, whoa, legendary.
Just you wait, Varl.
Wait a minute, what is this?
Space slugs.
Stormbird, Storm Cannon, Dreadwing, Metal Fang. Oh, I could have had 5. Fuck. Why'd I do the override thing?
Aloy, you came back with some interesting friends.
Damn it.
Wish I could say we don't need them. But
I'll talk to
Silence and
Tilda
Tilda are
last,
here
just in
for a
case.
reason. Even Regala.
Yeah, enemy of my enemy and all that, right?
Right.
Wait, is Regala here?
I guess Silence is keeping to himself, as usual.
I was hoping he'd give me an excuse to hammer his sorry ass to the ground.
Please don't.
You telling me you wouldn't want to get just one good hit on that smug face of his? After everything he's done?
Sure. Later. Right now, he's got something we need. Doesn't look like any of our guests are making trouble.
Yet. So, Katalo tells me you flew. Well, that's new. I've been busting my balls trying to learn to read. You're out there having all the fun.
Don't worry. They'll be getting all the fun you can handle soon. With the Zeniths.
Looking forward to it.
You, talked to Tilda at all?
I tried. I don't think even a hot forge could melt that ice. And you say she wants to help?
I think so. Well, let's hope. I better get going.
Oh, you know where to find me.
Oh, I don't have to talk to him for story. Interesting.
Aloy.
Oh, I didn't
Appears
find the
that we have
totems.
Some interesting new guests. I'm glad to see you're okay, though. I heard you gave the Tenakth something to talk about. I was half expecting you to burst in through the ceiling riding a Sunwing.
Sorry to disappoint. Have you talked to any of our new friends?
Erend and I tried speaking to Silence, but apparently our tribal prattle is unnecessary.
Charming, isn't he? Ready to head over to the Zenith base?
Whatever comes, we will endure.
Thoughts
Totally
on
forgot
our
about the
new
totems.
Zenith acquaintance?
I'd say she smells like death, but even death smells of something. She's more like a cold piece of metal, bent on repelling all semblance of life.
She's definitely different. I have to go. I trust you to keep things civil around here.
I'll make sure Aaron doesn't punch Sylens in the face, if that's what you mean.
Thanks.
I know where they are. I should just go get them. Found a map.
Oh, before I forget, I watered those plants for you.
Oh?
I just know they meant a lot to you.
It's all going to be okay. You flew? Kotalo told me. And took out Regala's machines? You know what? I don't even know why I'm surprised. I saw we have visitors and a new weapon. Does this mean we're ready to take the fight to the Zeniths?
Almost. Are you okay?
I was wondering, is it really safe having someone like Regala here? She seems angry. The kind of angry that leads to murdering people in their sleep.
Don't worry. We're going to point that anger in the right direction. The Zeniths.
Where is she, though?
If you say so.
I hope our new
I gotta go
guests
find
are
her.
behaving.
This Sylens, he's the one who built the weapon that can take down Zenith shields?
He is. Though I wouldn't expect him to answer any questions about it. He refuses to dole out his secrets to us lesser mortals.
Oh.
You know that special part of us that makes us warm, kind, welcoming?
Our spirit?
Yeah. He was born without that. You sure you're okay going on this mission? I know things must be happening pretty fast for you.
I've already braved oceans and madmen who thought they were ancestors reborn. Why not a few immortals with lethal drones at their command, too?
Guess the more the merrier. I suppose you saw that Tilda is here. Our very own Zenith.
I almost went up to her to ask her, well, every question I've ever had about the legacy. Every diviner I know would kill to get 5 minutes with one of the old ones. But now that she's here, all I feel is a vague unease. I don't know if I'm scared of finding out more uncomfortable truths, or just scared of her. Probably both.
I need to wrap up a few things, but stay sharp.
I'll be ready when you call.
I keep getting turned around. Where the hell's Katalo now? That's Katalo. Tilda's next to him. Ooh, what's this?
I see you've got your new arm ready to go.
Yes. It still feels strange. I've gotten used to the absence, but no matter. I'm sure I will need it before the attack on the Zenith base is through.
Haven't seen you since the battle at the Grove. How are you holding up?
I saw you fly on the wings of the Ten, and paralyze Regala's army with lightning. I would say that I am inspired.
Thank you, I guess.
It is I who should be thanking you.
Oh my god. I'll
Look,
save the
I know
Tanakh for
you're
last.
probably not happy about keeping Regala around, but I want her on our side when we fight the Zeniths.
It is more than she deserves. Even so, I will not
Stop touching my
question your
face.
judgment.
I'm just so
Thank you, Katalo.
like just the feel of the beard.
Things will get ugly once the Zeniths realize we're in their base. You'll need every trick you've ever learned.
I would have it no other way. Many soldiers died in the old world to make sure we stood here today. We will endure on their behalf. Though, I am curious how you intend to defeat the Zenith's defenses without an army of our own.
Leave that to me. Just make sure you're ready to fight.
As you say. You have more than earned my trust.
Did you meet Tilda?
There is something about her that doesn't seem natural. I wouldn't be surprised if my sword went through her and she didn't bleed at all.
Honestly, with her, nothing would surprise me. Your people keep mentioning the wings of the Ten. What exactly does it mean?
The visions tell us that the Ten flew on great metal machines with wings and leapt into battle from the sky. For us, to imitate this feat is the ultimate expression of martial prowess. It is why the challengers leap into the arena during the Kulrut. And now, you have done it. Like the deeds of the Ten themselves, it will never be forgotten. So, tell me, how did it feel?
I won't lie. Pretty good.
I can only imagine.
I have to go. But I'll be briefing everyone on the plan soon.
Understood.
Pretty sure I can talk to Regala, so she's got to be in here somewhere, so I'm not going to talk to Tilda yet.
There you are.
Where would Regala be? Where are you, Regala? She be down low. Actually, well, Silence is in here.
So, you return.
No. I ain't returning anywhere. Wait a minute, is she in hell? No. And that's Alva and Catalo. I'm just gonna go down low. This is my room. Yeah, alright. Full circle. She's not out in the middle of section here, right?
Data looks fun.
Alana must have left this for me on her way back east. I wish she could have stayed. But I know Meridian and the Lodge need her. A warhorn. To summon an army of rebels and machines. Regala threw everything she had at the Grove. Even in our duel, she was ruthless. Still, I'd rather have her on my side for the fight ahead.
I keep thinking. He's just gonna be standing there.
Huh. Oh, whatever. Go down first. She's gotta be. She's either down or up. Wait, what is this? Okay, it is her.
This place smells wrong. No sand or wind, only cold steel. And the others up there, your squad.
They can hold their own. And as for this base, it may not be what you're used to. But it is a shelter.
Call it what it is. A cage.
You came here on your own.
For the battle you promised. So for now I wait in my cage for your word. Tell me when to strike.
The whole time I've been in the West, I've been fighting you and your rebels. I'd at least like to know why.
You were among the enemy. What more is there to know?
Why did you do it?
Dorok, Jiroka, Makalo, and the Karja pushed into the desert to raid our people. My brother's squad was among the first to intercept them. But the Karja captured them, strung them up, and burned them alive as an example. It was too late. I found them by the sound of their screams.
So you wanted vengeance?
Vengeance? No. I wanted devastation. to tear down the Karja's cities and drown the land in blood. Hunt down every last survivor and grind their bones until the sky chokes on the dust. But my chief betrayed me. Betrayed the Tenakth.
How did Hikaru betray you?
Hikaru called on the clans to resist the Karja's red raids. But we did more than just defend. We hunted them, and they fled as children before a pack of claw striders all the way to their border. There we ripped down their stone walls. Their domain was ours for the taking. But when it came time to push on, Hikaru ordered us to fall back. What soldier retreats when slaughter is at hand?
The kind who wants peace for their people.
Peace is just a lull between vendettas. But I thought my chief had greater tactics in mind, so I stood by him, even when he allowed that filthy Karja to join our ranks.
Fashav.
I enjoyed watching him die at the embassy. He should have been put down when we first captured him on the field. Instead, Hikaru made him a marshal.
Fashav told me how he became a marshal. He earned it just like any Tenakth.
It was an insult. No Outlander can ever deserve to wear our armor, bear our marks. And then a Karja messenger was brought before us. That's when I knew. I had to run my blade through Hikaru and drag his treacherous corpse to the gates of the Sundom.
What happened when the Karja messenger appeared before Hikaru?
The quivering priests bore a message from their new king. No more war. No more raids. Suddenly, the Karja wanted to talk peace. An embassy at the very fortress we tore down. A true Tenakth would never take a Karja truce. Their blood exists to be spilled. But Hikaru lapped up the priest's message. He showed himself a Karja-loving traitor when he accepted. That's when I challenged him.
And lost.
His mercy was just another sign of his weakness. I vowed never to rest until the debt was repaid, with him on his knees before me. So with an army of soldiers and machines at my back, I returned. The day you got in my way.
The deal you made. Override tech in exchange for...
And you can kill her and not get any of this info.
How did Sylens approach you?
That's crazy.
That name means nothing to me. My agreement was with the Oseram Asera and her sons of Prometheus.
So all this time, you didn't even know who you were really dealing with? And you trusted an Outlander?
If it was a trick, I would have crushed her. But she spoke with the same burning hatred for the Karja. And she offered me the chance to run them down with machines. The terror in your enemy's eyes when they see you charge. You know what I'm talking about. I bet you felt it.
I don't think so. What about your end of the deal? Would you have honored it?
Had I killed Hikaru and become chief, these Zeniths would have been the first of the tribe's victories. But because of you, my people will continue to consort with the enemy. A tribe of weaklings.
Because of me, hundreds of Tenakth won't throw away their lives in a battle they can't win. Are you really going to fight alongside me?
I have no reason to betray you.
Really?
I failed to kill Hikaru, failed to eliminate you. No Tenakth would follow me now. The Karja remain out of my reach, cowering behind their walls. All I have left are the screams of those long dead and unending rage. So show me where to bury it.
All right.
She's okay.
I guess we'll both face the end soon enough.
Ever since you got in my way, I've wanted to see your bones burned white beneath the sun. But if I'm to die in battle, then it might as well be with the one who flew with the wings of the Ten.
I'll let you know when it's time to move out.
That's cool. It's pretty cool, and I still don't have the code for this thing. Probably just look it up, but why? Well, that's not a data point anymore. I wonder if I'm missing something. Wait, what is this? Oh, Beta's things. Oh, who's that? Oh, okay, alright, hold on. To Aloy.
Aloy. If you were listening to this, then, things didn't go as planned at Gemini. I know you'll keep your promise. Which means I must be dead.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that sounds familiar, doesn't it? But lots happened since you found me in that ectogenic chamber. Thank you, Aloy. You've been my shelter. And I would risk it all again to be by your side. I know you'll find a way forward. That's what you do.
On the Regional Control Center. The more I read up on the Regional Control Center, the more I appreciate the immense amount of planning that went into Project Zero Dawn. But one aspect of the facility has me puzzled. Why pre-design it? Gaia was more than equipped to imagine the needs of future humans. While I have 4 working hypotheses, the answer may be the simplest: sentimentality. Combing through the facility's files led to the discovery of audio logs severely corrupted, likely a consequence of Minerva's occupation. I only managed to extract a fragment. August was only 8 when the swarm broke out. He was in Singapore, staying with his mom. I should have gone. I should have done a lot of things differently. A log from the facility's designer, perhaps. I suspect it may have something to do with the locked door tucked away behind the maintenance shaft, but I'm just disinclined to pursue the matter further at this time. Aloy and Gaia want me to help build the transport rig, pulse generators for a trip to Gemini, so I must direct all of my attention to that. I hope it's not a pointless endeavor. It all depends on whether Aloy can procure Ted Farrow's Omega clearance, which frankly feels like a long shot. August was only 8. I mean, that's a number. It is like 088. August was only 8. Let me go see how many numbers you have to enter for that code. If it's... wait. It's behind Katalo, I think. So I think I was going the right way. Damn it. I was. But now I've gone too far. Maybe I will just look it up, I don't know. Wait, what is this? Oh wait, this isn't even the right way. Shit. Oh yeah.
There's Gwen stuff in here now. Must be all this.
Common language. Ever since the expedition landed, we encountered barbarians. Sorry to knock. The question has been gnawing at me. Given the massive distance between here and the Great Delta, how is it possible we all speak the same language? I mean, Legacy tells us the ancestors had many languages. How did it all get reduced to one? For questions like these, it's handy to have a friendly superintelligence around. I love Gaia. She's so nice and patient, even when I can't stop talking and bombard her with overlapping queries. While she can't explain everything I ask her, for this one she had an answer. Apparently, the Zero Dawn system was designed to release people in the world as young adults after being educated via the Apollo database. I sure wish I could have gone to that school. Language instruction was supposed to be a big part of the coursework. Students were to be encouraged to learn many languages, thus keeping alive the vibrant linguistics of the old world. But when Ted Farrow raised Apollo, he makes me so mad. Zero Dawn reverted to its default language, and that's all the kids in the Cradle facilities ever got. So our ancestors, our tribal ones, not the legacy ones, all started with the same speech and never got to learn anymore. Mystery solved. Yet another rotten, completely unfair thing that shithead, beg my pardon, did to the world. Alva. Where would the last data point be, like, to give me info on this shit? It's like, oh, wait, was it? Oh, yeah. Where the hell is that other one then? Cannot remember where it is. I don't think it's down low. Is it low? It's not in there, I don't think. Where would you be? Goddamn vent. Maybe it is down low. I'm gonna try down low. Oh, that's not down low. That's barely down low. No, I still gotta talk to Tilda. Oh no, not this way. What a jump. Yeah, I think I can get to it from here, maybe? Not sure. Now, where was this? No, fuck. Where is it?
Oh, come on.
I know I should be able to get to it. No, shut up, Silence. I just want to go check it out. Already went into this one, that's not it.
Welcome back, Aloy.
Is it in here? It's not. Sorry, Tilda. Gotta wait another minute or 2 or 3 or 4. Fuck. Why can I not find it? It's definitely... It's gotta be down low. What am I missing? Is there another room in here? It's beta stuff. No, I already did that. Wait, did I? Is there a battery in here? There's not. Oh shit, hold on. There is a battery somewhere in here, though. Oh, no. I must have already actually done it. Shit. Oh, yeah, it's down here. I was literally here. Well, I think I have to go forward. Yeah, this is just a dead end, yeah. I really don't know what more of the base there would be to explore. So I might end up looking this up. Wait, no, that's not it. I want to go up.
Starting to rain. It's about time.
Wait, did I want to go this way? Oh, no, I didn't. I always make this mistake, damn it. Up is the actual way forward. Down is the way that leads to this extra vault thing. It's 6. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6. It's 7. I just don't. Where's the RCC? Nine. Nine, 626. Maybe 11. 9, 6, 2, 6, 11, and 8. 9, 6, 2, 6, 11, and 8. Let's try it. 9, 6, 2, 6, 1, 1, 8. Oh, nice. Thank God I did this.
What is this place?
Let's go from left to right. That's how humans do it, right?
So, yeah, I told the rest of the team. I was standing in the cafeteria, trying to pick out a god-awful meal cartridge when it suddenly hit me. Every school field trip, August always asked me to pack extra in his lunch pack so that he could share it with his friends. I don't know how. I was lucky enough to end up with kids so generous. And I know he'll want to share this too. So, to whoever finds this place, this was us.
I really thought I was gonna get like a legendary weapon.
The last time I spoke to Leanna, they were just about to ship out to the Pacific Front. They really believed that if they could buy us some time, it'd be worth it. That Zero Dawn would save us. But if you were listening to this, then they were right. It was worth it. Their name was Leanna Jensen. 9th Civilian Guard Brigade for Operation Enduring Victory. And they were so brave.
Do I say it now? Okay. My name is Emma Irving, and I'm 8 years old, and my favorite animal is a fox. Do you have foxes in the future? I hope so. They're the cutest. And super smart. Dad said we have to go underground soon, just like a fox. And then the bad robots won't get us. So, I guess this is H and G. Hi, and goodbye.
The day I was supposed to meet my sister's new baby, a vert swooped in, and a crew of masked commandos threw a bag over my head. Next thing I knew, I was being told how the world would end and given a choice. Die now, or help Zero Dawn and die later. At least Nicole, Ella, and baby Aiden will be safe in Elysium. Gave up my allotment to make sure they could stay together. I don't know if any of this will actually work. Zero Dawn, cradle-raised humans. But if it does, do better than we did, okay?
Got to be honest, I don't really know what to say to the future. So I guess I'll say something to the past instead. Mom, Dad, I know you'll never hear this, but I wanted to say thank you. For all those times you dragged me along as a kid to volunteer at hot zone relief centers. You used to say, you have to pay it forward. The future will always be brighter for it. I'm trying to live up to your example. I love you. We'll be together again soon.
Damn, that one hit a little bit. Not gonna lie. That one in particular hit a little bit. My nice little Easter egg. I did expect something more than just some data points, but it is what it is. I appreciate the developers for it. Honestly, world building is amazing to me, so. I guess I'll talk to Tilda. I'm not 100% sure. I'll talk to Tilda and then I'll go get the totems before I proceed. Tilda is, I think this is right here. Yeah.
Aloy, shall we? Well done, Aloy. Despite my reservations, you managed to secure Silence and his weapon. You're truly a shining example of Liz's fortitude.
I've been thinking about what you said at your house. How you were friends with Elizabeth. It was more than that, wasn't it?
Perceptive as ever. You're right, we were together for a time.
Okay, so... what happened?
I was an orphan. I had always been alone. By my 30s, I was starting to wonder if that was simply my fate in life. And then I met Liz. We kept running into each other at conferences. We'd have coffee. At some point, it became drinks. I thought it was just shop talk, an exchange of ideas, but then I was surprised at how much I looked forward to seeing her. Soon we were flying halfway across the world every other week just to meet up. For the first time, I didn't feel lonely. I could imagine a future where I wasn't. I think Liz felt the same way at first. She had lost her mother a few years back. I filled a void for her. I know I did. But as time passed, it seemed as though she wanted less when I wanted more. And so we ended things.
So helping me, restoring Elizabeth's dream, it's what,
a second chance, yes. I made a mistake leaving Earth while Liz stayed behind. I should have done more. So when I saw you, a woman who has carved her own remarkable path, beyond even what made Liz a phenomenon, I knew I had to help you. To do right by her.
Kind of feeling some poop, but...
You said before that you're not like the other Zeniths. That you never were. But you went along with all of their plans.
Out of necessity. I'm not proud of it. But complicity became a means of survival. Both when Earth was consumed and when the colony on Sirius was destroyed. I did what I had to. But I resolved to remain one step ahead of the others, to try to undo what damage I could. Hence the data channel with Beta. The secret passage into their base and the little trick I pulled to save you.
Why did you make the data channel look like your house?
I built that house as a shelter to weather any storm. A safe place, not just for me, but for the art stored in its depths. Cultural artifacts of incalculable value. Truly, some of the greatest achievements of human civilization.
And you wanted Beta to see them?
Yes. Her upbringing was so cold and technical. I thought if she could experience Vermeer and Rembrandt, it would bring something else into her life. A heritage every bit as valuable as the scientific and technical.
You heard that, huh, Katsuragi?
Drummed into her. I'm sorry I had to cut off contact, but I'll never regret sharing this house with her. She needed its shelter even more than I did.
Why do you think Elizabeth pulled away?
I've wondered that for 1,000 years. She was brilliant, visionary. She cared so deeply for the world, for the betterment of humanity. But it also felt like she kept everyone at arm's length, including me. She never wanted to share her burdens. I think, in the end, she had a core that she never let anyone be part of. Sometimes I wonder if anyone really knew her.
I found a recording of you and Elizabeth back in the Proving Lab after Farzineth's attempt to steal Gaia.
Yes. A most unpleasant conversation.
She said something after the call. I think she regretted how things ended between you.
Did she? All this time, thank you for telling me. I've always hated that those were the last words we ever said to each other. And that her last impression of me was as a functionary of Far Zenith, not who I truly am.
When it's time to break into the Zenith base, what can we expect?
I'll go over the full layout once you've assembled your friends. Suffice it to say, we will need to push as fast as possible to Beta and Gaia's location, dealing with heavy resistance along the way. There are also printing facilities where the others have been amassing the natural resources they've stripped from the region.
What for?
First for use in the base's infrastructure, and then to fabricate more Spectre drones, a small army of them.
When I was out in the wilds, I saw a shuttle take off from the island, heading for space.
It was likely ferrying materials to and from our ship in orbit. After hundreds of years luxuriating in our digital comforts, the ship was barely space-worthy when we made our escape. Disaster can strike at any moment. We've learned our lesson.
Have you figured out how Silence's weapon works?
No, and he's been very careful not to allow me near it. I'll admit it bothers me, but regardless of how it functions, I am confident it will deactivate the other shields en masse.
How many of them are in the base?
10, including Eric and Gerard. Only a handful of us made it to our ship when our colony collapsed.
So, Eric. Was he always a bloodthirsty psychopath?
I believe he got worse over time. On Earth, he was the founder of a profitable private military company. A band of cutthroats, in other words. Even as governments abandoned human combatants in favor of automated warfare. He found success with clientele that required a more personal touch. There were also rumors that he personally hunted and killed his targets. On occasion, all for the thrill of it. But on Sirius, he retreated to virtual reality simulations. In them, he could go on rampages as violent as he pleased, though I suspect with diminishing satisfaction.
Alva's tribe believes he was one of the greatest people from the old world.
Then they would be quite disappointed to meet him, though I'm sure he'd bask in the adoration.
What can you tell me about Gerard?
He was the head of the world's largest financial conglomerate, and as such had dealings with almost every major corporation. It made him one of the wealthiest people on Earth, and certainly the wealthiest among Far Zenith.
What does one person do with that much money?
Buy more power, more influence. Gerard's always believed himself to be a refined patrician, able to maintain control with a polished smile. But beneath that exterior is a cold and calculating operator. It was his decision to restrict Beta's upbringing to her digital educators, the avatars of the Apollo database, while we were painted as her benefactors.
Well, we'll deal with him soon enough. And the others.
I would very much like to see his face when he realizes we've beaten him.
When I was in the ruins of Vegas, I found data on a man named Stanley Chen. I think he was a Zenith.
Stanley, ever the optimist. He was one of the good ones. When we established our colony, he built an exact replica of Las Vegas in virtual reality. Lights, shows, gambling, every detail perfectly recreated. And while others cloistered themselves in their own fantasies, he flung his doors wide to everyone.
The way you're talking about him, I'm guessing he didn't make it back to Earth?
No, he perished when our colony was destroyed. He would have been thrilled to discover that part of his beloved city survived.
When Beta escaped and hid in an ancient research facility, I saw another one of the Zeniths. For Beta. Who was she?
A dull star amidst a sea of brighter constellations. Unlike most of Far Zenith's members who amassed their wealth through shrewd business deals and technological achievements, Verbena inherited her billions. Her father had achieved great success in the luxury holotourism industry. At age 24, she became the world's most eligible bachelorette, branding herself a life designer. Someone who leverages their fame to influence the choice of others.
What? Like a cult?
In a way, yes.
Well, she must have done something right to have survived
On
this long.
the nose.
She was her own brand of ruthless. That much is true. But even rats can cling to a vessel for escape.
My nose is weird. Very weird. The rest of them.
Okay, so I've had run-ins with a handful of Zeniths. What about the rest?
An array of the wealthiest people on Earth. Titans of their industries.
And let me guess. All selfish and ruthless to the core?
Most, but not all. There were a few with whom I got along. Annika Murjani, for instance, was always delightful. She founded the Holonet's most successful dance channel and was herself mesmerizing to watch. And I had fascinating discussions with Song Jiao about her work in cellular biology. Our immortality treatments are due in part to her achievements. But then there were others like Devin Miller, the CEO of a fast food printing corporation. His only real preoccupations were perfecting his golf swing and taking self-hollows. When I think about all of us, we really should have accomplished more. We had eternity.
Okay. I'll let you know when it's time.
I'll be here until then. And thank you, Aloy, for giving me this chance. My past has always been a struggle. More than once I've lost everything. But when I look to the future, I see Liz's dream fulfilled. A universe of new possibilities.
Maybe we can make it happen.
We will. I won't let anything get in the way. I promise you that.
So if I'm getting this right. I'm getting this right. Their ship was barely space travel worthy. Was barely space travel worthy, but then they managed to send out some signals specifically designed against Hades and all this other shit. Okay. Alright, I want to go left. Maybe we'll get the totems real quick and then I'll continue the story. It shouldn't be that that hard to get. One is in the one spot where I was like, oh, I could fly there, but then I was like, what's the point? All there is this stupid shelter. Let's just quick save there. Alright, so there's one over here. What is the fastest way there? Like probably right just here and then fly. Wait, on the beach. Wait a minute. Oh, I can just run down here. Looks like it's actually accessible just from running, which is crazy. Yeah, they're all Glinthawks. Who even cares? On the beach, you'll find a dead Widemaw. I don't see no dead Widemaw. Oh, there it is. Oh, look.
Someone left their hammer in that machine. I should take a closer look. I bet one hit from this hammer would be loud as thunder. Whoever forged it must be a skilled blacksmith. I should look for a trail with my focus.
Well, obviously. I don't even care about looting them. There are some more wide
Like
mods.
sort of a cauldron.
Oh.
Or maybe a remnant of some kind of temple?
Totems of Brotherhood.
Dark figures.
He's like the Dwarf Brothers. I've never played the game, but
They're kind of fuzzy. Maybe they're brothers.
Alright, and the last one's way over here. Let's see what I have to interact with, though. Oh, wait. It's time. Alright, so... just south of the Stormbird site. Remember the spider to go and get printed? It's very easy to miss. Yeah, I can't wait. Alright. So we want to go here. And we want to go like right there. Oh, I can't. So placing waypoints just doesn't work anymore? Oh, okay. Whatever. I just know it's toward the Stormbird site. Oh, it's on this path. Alright. I don't know where the Stormbird is. Wouldn't I see it? Oh, it's way up there. It's on the bridge, just looking down at me.
Stormbird. It's almost like it's watching over a dead city.
Oh, fuck. It's easy to miss, but look at this thing. It's a thing right up here. Totem of Youth.
Some kind of carved figure. Looks like a boy.
Might as well fight it. Yeah, this thing is... was that it? No, that's not it. That's it. Where'd it go, though? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Oh, I can override it too, yeah. Oops. I don't think I really want to, though. Well, it's pieces, right? Like, that's super cool. But where is its fucking thing? I mean, there's the casing. That's so annoying. How long do I even have this thing? I shoot it now. Yeah, but I barely do any damage to it while it's like that, while it's overridden. Because I could just wait. Wait, is it Storm Cannon still on? No. Component is destroyed if not detached. Got a little damage. What is it weak to? Acid. Those are the attacks that I knew. I don't know if I got it there. Oh fuck, I missed. Oh no, I didn't. Oh, I missed. Killed it, right? Yeah. Fight should have happened on Golden Gate. Yeah, that'd been cool. I guess. Let's just get everything back up to snuff here. Except this, I don't have the blast paste or whatever it is. So I got that, but I cannot get these damn storm cannons. I don't know where it would have gone. You know. Damn, that scared the shit out of me. Boom, got all of them. Yeah, I'm gonna call my bird and we'll go over to that.
There we go.
We'll just go over here. Oh, there's a... Demobilization Day. October 10th, 2065. Hi, UB.
No. No. No.
You can walk out of the room and I'll watch him.
I'm gonna do it, Stop it. No.
Hold on. Hiya, you beast. I'm in between VTOLs in San Francisco, about to board for Columbus, and another round of bot bashing on the Eastern Line, sitting here cramming with what's left of my squad. I'm just laughing, everybody's looking at me, I've gone full PTSD, but I can't stop thinking about the face you made when they marched out of Tyndall. For the last time. Remember that D-Day in 55? Only past the Pacey Tech kid. Here starts to set it all. We're leaving the base in the bony hands of Goggles over there. Seriously? Yep, wasn't up to us, but we did. Bye-bye, human army. Hello, robot legion of mass destruction. And here we are 10 years later. I won't say that I hope you're keeping safe. Knowing you're glad to be showing our machine replacements who's boss. I take comfort in that. And also a little in knowing that we weren't wrong. Goggle Boy and his boss suits couldn't control the machine, so it's up to us again. Give him hell, Ada. I'll do the same. I'll do the same from here. I told him from the very beginning to take his full paternity leave. Paternal leave. Oh, oops. Alright, now let's go back to base. I muted my mic there for a sec. Because I was gonna yell at him for being a little stinker. He really wouldn't leave Karina alone right there. Just biting her nonstop. So, she had to leave the room. infants can't go anywhere and they don't bite you, and even if they do, they don't have teeth. And when they are teething, they take things that you give them instead of trying to use your mouth, or instead of using your hands nonstop. So it's less painful. For sure.
Okay.
I gotta do it in this room.
Maybe it's time to get everyone together so Tilda can brief us. But is there anything I should handle before that?
No.
All right, people. I need you up in the control room right away. Okay, everyone. We all know what's at stake. Beta, Gaia. Not to mention life on Earth. Now, it might seem like the Zeniths are invincible, but they're not. We've got what it takes to break into their base and defeat them. We even have one of them on our side. Tilda, show us the base.
It is constructed atop the ruins of an ancient military facility on an island to the southwest. I can get us inside. To this location, undetected.
How exactly?
You'll know when you need to. Once inside, our goal will be this structure. The launch tower. Gaia and Beta are being held at the top. But along the way, we will face overwhelming resistance. Most importantly from Gerard, Eric, and the others. But also...
Once I take away their shields, we should be able to deal with them. But it will be easier to deploy the device if someone else is carrying it. I'll need a strong back.
Carry stuff? Yeah, I can do that.
Even if your device works, there will still be Spectre drones, scores of them.
If only we had an army to fight them.
I've got that under control. You'll know when you need to. All right. We'll meet up again just before we go in. Where's the best place to rendezvous?
On the coast, just across from the island. Once there, I'll show you the way.
Okay. I'll let you know when I arrive at the rendezvous point. And then you can join me. In the meantime, do whatever you need to prepare. Understood? You two? A minute? Tilda helped me get in touch with Beta, and she told me something important. There's an installation inside the base. It's called a regulator. Here. Once we're inside, I need you two to split off from everyone else and destroy it. So you'll have to bring explosives. This will help stop the drones. Everything depends on it. You with me? After that, I want you to find a way to infiltrate the Zenith network.
How?
Go over all the data that Beta left behind. She knew how to do it, I'm sure of that.
All right. But why? What am I trying to do?
Find information about the Zeniths. Anything Tilda's not telling us. Sylens is right about one thing. There's no way we can take her on her word.
I'll do my best.
Keep her safe, okay?
Isn't it great?
On my life.
They went down to the shore. It's rainy and cold. Why would they do that? You think it's to get away from Gracie? Getsuragi? You think that they're tired of her? I'm just kidding, obviously. I'm sure your mom would take her. If you'd allow it. To maintain that, you can winterize beach houses. So I guess your dad just didn't do it, or your mom and your dad didn't do it.
If we want to take their shields down.
I'll be gentle with it.
We're finally doing this.
Never thought I'd be off on a mission to take down a bunch of immortals from the stars. I can hear the drinking songs already.
Varl made the right call. You know, bringing you here.
Thanks. Yeah, Varl. You know, I never knew he had a sister. I found out a few days before you guys went to Gemini. I was, well, to be honest, I was terrified I'd screw up the mission somehow. So he sat me down for a drink. Just one, mind you. And we talked about family. Vala, Ursa, loss and revenge. How you helped us.
You know, we never did get that drink you promised back in the Embrace. And you never told me exactly how your sister escaped the Mad Sun King.
I guess we never got round to it. World ending and all. No time like
Please
the
don't
present.
die.
If you're up for it.
If that one's not working right, you can have one of my spare focuses, you know.
Yeah, little bugger's got some personality, that's all. This saved my butt a couple of times now. It wouldn't feel right to leave it behind. You know, besides, it goes with my outfit.
Wouldn't want to spoil your look. You think it's time for us to finally have that drink?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, of course. Oh.
I was like, where are the drinks? Huge steins,
So,
Jesus.
How did Ursa escape Mad Sun King Jiran's palace?
This has to be the final mission I'm about
first
to do.
She had to survive the Sun Ring. See, during the war, the Karja threw a prisoner a day in there. And, you know, for what? To die as sacrifices, fighting machines in a pit. Thinking somehow that was gonna appease all the other deranged machines in the world? Ha! And when it was Ursa's turn, the Karja thought she'd go down if they threw a big machine at her.
Oh, but she didn't.
And she defeated all of them. Even got some of Jiran's kestrels for good measure. And the Mad Sun King was impressed, I guess. Thought it'd be funny to have her run around his palace as a servant. He enjoyed humiliating her that way.
I remember you telling me something about that. That's how she met Avad. He helped her escape.
Yeah, but what no Karja scroll will ever tell you is how the young prince snuck Ursa out of the palace. He knew their best chance was to get Ursa to blend in, so he got her everything she needed to disguise herself as a Karja noblewoman. Yeah, perfumes, veils, and all.
I get the feeling she wasn't too happy with that.
Oh man, Ursa would have rather fought her way out of that palace with her bare hands than put on all of that Karja eye paint. But Avad insisted it was the only way, so she agreed under one condition. Avad had to dress up as well.
She made Avad dress up like a noblewoman?
As perfumed and powdered as a babe. Ursa said he looked better like that than he ever did in a crown.
That would, definitely make for an interesting sight.
Oh, it worked like a charm, too. Not only did they make it out of the palace, they paid a traveling merchant to get Ursa to the border, and none were the wiser.
You were right. That was a story best told over a drink.
All good stories are.
Guess I should get going.
I'll see you at the rendezvous point, with my hammer ready.
I wouldn't have it any other way.
This is clearly right before the last mission to do all this extra stuff.
I hope everybody's ready for this. Fighting the Zeniths isn't going to be easy.
Aloy, nothing you do ever is. At least now you don't have to do it alone.
Thanks. You and Aaron seem to be on better terms now.
He may have terrible taste in music, but he did apologize for mocking my tribe. And that ale he keeps raving about isn't half bad. I still plan on beating that stubborn face of his to break our sparring stalemate.
Try not to hurt him too bad. Everyone here, training, working together. If it weren't for Varl.
Yeah, he doesn't squeak the toys himself. Not really on purpose. We squeak it to get his attention.
There was this one night, right before Varl left with you to go to Gemini. He realized I was having trouble sleeping.
I mean, he doesn't really know that. Yeah.
To be honest, I think we
He
both
brings
were.
toys back to us, and sometimes he actually drops them at our feet,
He asked me
like
to
he's
join
like
him
kind of getting it,
in Gaia's dome.
without us training him at
brought
all.
up this hologram
But he
of Earth
really just
that
likes to
we
play
took from
tug,
back
which I
in
know
the
all
Zenith launch facility.
dogs like tug.
We sat there, just looking at it. I thought about how Plainsong was just a speck on that great sphere. How every corner of it must be teeming with life. And any fears I had about our mission were gone. I miss him terribly.
I know.
I miss him too. I didn't think I would get that attached to Varl. But out of all of them, the only blow that would have been worse would have been Erend, I think. I like Katalo a lot, but I mean, if he died, he was introduced in this game instead of being in the last game also. So.
I should go. I'll let you know when I'm ready to head to the base.
And you spend way more time with Erend.
There is one favor I would ask of you.
What is it?
You placed this focus in my care, and gave me the highest calling an Utaru has ever known. If I should fall in battle, I'd like you to be the one to bury my seed pouch. For the both of us.
Nah, she's pregnant. She's not gonna
Make sure
die.
you stay alive to do so.
Let's just try to all come back home. Okay?
Who next? I'll save Silence and Tilda for last, so Alva and Katalo. Then Regala, Silence, and
I'd be lying if I
Tilda.
said I'm not slightly apprehensive.
The plan will work if we all focus on our assignments.
Right.
I want you to know I'm glad you're with us, Alva.
Whatever happens, I'm grateful that the legacy brought us
Damn, my
together.
stomach
I
is
never
again
thought I'd
tossing and
get to
turning
actually
here.
meet an ancestor.
Come on, do I look that old? Katala will protect you inside the Zenith base.
I'm not afraid. I know Katalo will fulfill his duty, as will I. If we die doing so, at least it'll be alongside a friend.
I'd rather you both stay alive, if you don't mind.
We'll try and keep that in mind.
Once all this is over, will you go back?
Nah, it can't be the hibachi. It was too immediate. It was on the car ride home.
The more worried I become. If I go back, I don't even know if they'd let me keep this focus you gave me, or what they'd do to me for reading what is clearly forbidden data. Even if I somehow
I don't know what it would be.
were
We were trying to
allowed
think of
carry
that
on as a
actually
diviner,
when my stomach was killing
I'd
me.
be willing to let the truths I've learned
The only thing I
about
can think is I
ancestors
maybe
be buried away
undercooked
by
my
the Board of
hamburger
Overseers.
yesterday.
Would I dare
It looked
challenge
totally
them
fine. I
or
didn't
risk
see
my
anything that
family's
said it
safety
was undercooked, but
or losing Federa?
Who's this Federa you mentioned?
She is another diviner. One of our best. We used to be
Antigone?
rivals at the academy. I hated her guts. But apparently there's a fine line between
I gotta
hate
spray
and
that whole
love.
section with that bitter
We
stuff.
came very close, and then I was assigned to the expedition. She promised she'd wait for me, no matter how long it took.
Well, that was smart of her. She won't do any better.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
I do.
They're introducing a lot of like non-heterosexual dynamics right at the very end of the game, like just out
The
like
rest of us should
revealing
be
them.
enough of a distraction to the Zeniths.
It'd be so
to
much
hack into their
cooler
network undetected. But you'll have to
If
be quick
Aloy ended
in
up
case they do.
having like a
What
female
exactly
significant
do
other.
you
Like
expect
I
me
was
to
thinking
find,
like she would
Aloy?
pick like Eren
I don't know.
or Tala.
The truth, if we're lucky.
I forget who else I would have paired her up with, but I didn't realize that Elizabeth was a lesbian.
I need to get
Although
going.
there's not really telling
I'll
us
be at the
exactly what she was. Maybe
rendezvous.
she was bisexual.
May truth
All you know
lead
is
us to
her and
victory.
Tilda had a relationship that was beyond friendship. Like, doesn't explain too much. Like, that could mean anything, really. Oh, Talo.
So, how are we feeling about the mission?
I do not know everything that you have planned.
And just because, I
It
mean,
doesn't matter. All that remains is to follow you to the end.
just because Aloy's a clone doesn't mean that she would follow the same path. Maybe she's like asexual. It really seems like she's asexual.
You
Like they
brought us
built her out
together,
that way.
And I am grateful too. Oh, and by the way, I was hoping now would be a good time to go back to the Tremortusk site and test my new arm before we leave on our mission.
Right. I'll let you know when I can make my way there.
Thank you.
We'll Wait, what? No, I already did that.
I bet people are curious about that new arm of yours.
None more than our Quen ally. She couldn't wait to I gave her the hoping.
Good luck with
That's all the same stuff from before. Speaking of that, did you ever end up watching Dr. Stone Katsuragi?
We didn't really get to talk about
The anime?
what happened at Gemini.
A lot of people say that the main character of that is
More to say.
asexual. They think that he's
If he
asexual.
were to Noct,
There's no way to
Laura's
know for
bravery
sure.
would have earned him sacred
Yet.
burial at the Grove, among the most distinguished of our tribe's warriors. His deeds were worthy of the Ten. When the fight is done, I will have the Inkers etch his memory on my skin, so that it may live on.
I'm sure he'd be honored.
I think that you'd like it, Katsuragi. I mean, I think that Beast Smells would like it, and he doesn't even like anime.
Now that training time is over, what's on your mind?
The Bulwark, the Kulrut, and how we need another miracle if we're to survive the Zenith base.
I'll try not to let you down.
I know you will not.
I'll see you soon then.
It will be my honor.
I didn't see Demon Slayer Season 2 yet either, but that, like, literally just finished. But I would recommend... a strong recommend to, strong recommend for, Dr. Stone for you. Especially if you were talking about the asexual representation, because it's pretty... I mean, there's a lot of evidence that points to him being asexual, to be honest.
Here for more words.
Maybe not a lot of evidence, but he seems very uninterested in relationships of basically any kind. Didn't it say that there was something new with her?
Are you really going to...
I have no reason.
Really?
I failed the car. All.
The deal... How did...
Their name.
So all this and you try...
If it wasn't, but and she. I bet.
I don't think so. What about your...
Had I killed these, but because.
Because of me. What happened? And lost. That's all for now.
Leave, then.
Didn't she have an exclamation point though? That's so weird. You don't mind romance either. You just think, well, a lot of people end up getting real pissed because they ship certain characters and then it doesn't happen.
Just you wait, Varl. We're taking those space slugs down.
I'm gonna do Tilda last. So.
Did you need something? Something else?
I'll be going.
As you wish.
Oh, I guess that's the exclamation point. I guess those are the exclamation points from before. There's one more. Where is that? Oh, that's Tilda. Those are the ones that didn't exist before but should have. Oh. But yeah, a lot of people like ship certain people, like they think, and it becomes like huge fan theories and everyone loves it, and then the creator does something else, whatever they intended initially, but didn't build up as well as they built other ones. Like a lot of people with the Bakugo, Deku, bromance potential. Like they're gonna be disappointed, obviously.
I'll be making final preparations.
But so many people want to see it happen. Everyone's gonna, like, a ton of people are gonna be disappointed if it doesn't happen. Like, and it's like, what? Like, come on, you must know. Isn't there there's a campfire right here? You must know that he's been building Ochako and Deku. Oh, maybe that's what I'm thinking of. Well, people have said Bakugo and Deku. And that's why Bakugo is so mean to him or whatever, right? Can I? No, I can't. I have to call them. But yeah, Bakugo with Kirishima is another big one, and that one is totally possible. But they definitely have like a we're best friends dynamic. But that can... lead, like, it can be interpreted as good friendship, or it could be interpreted as like lovers, yeah. But I'm telling you, Dr. Stone is a good one for you. And it's season 1 is the normal length of anime, 26 episodes, and season 2 is 11 episodes because they're not doing any filler; they're just doing arcs. And they're doing a special episode that's like a bridge, I guess, in the manga between the end of season 2 and the beginning of season 3. But they didn't want to put it at the beginning of season 3 or whatever. But it's just a special episode. It's not gonna be like a movie.
Okay, everyone. I'm at the rendezvous point. It's time
But
to
I think you'd like Dr. Stone.
Understood, Aloy. We're on our way.
I think you'd appreciate the dynamics in it. One day you'll watch it. One day soon, because I'm gonna bug you.
Where are the others?
Not far behind.
Egghead here couldn't stand traveling with the pack.
Are we all here? Then let's begin.
I highly recommend it for you. I recommend that highly to everybody, but to you more so than most.
A tunnel.
An ancient escape route from the ruins on the island. When I realized it ran all the way across the water, I thought it might prove useful to come and go undetected. So I concealed it from the others. Shall we?
I wish there was a less pungent way to get way inside the base.
Agreed.
There's the launch tower. That plane offers a little cover, so the only viable path is through there. There will be Spectres guarding it, and many more can be deployed from those hangars.
All right. Alva, Catalo, get to it.
The manga for Dr. Stone just finished too, Katsuragi. You could read that.
Aaron, you're with me.
You could read
You
that
guys
instead
take the
also.
high ground,
And if you
because
really
we're
like it,
heading
end up
fire.
watching it. If you have more free time to do that. Like in like 5 minutes here or there to do an issue or two.
What will she do?
Bless you.
There's a sensor node nearby. If I hack into it, I should be able to scramble the network and keep you undetected. But not for long.
Then we should proceed.
I get Silence
One
and
more
Tilda.
thing. Open up the channel to Beta. Audio only. Aloy, we're here, and we're coming for you. You know what to do, right?
As long as you hold up your end.
We will.
I know you rarely have free time. We went to the movies today. You have some free time. And you could have more. You should have more. And I will die on that hill, Katsuragi. I swear. If I ever come work at your company, all bets are off. All bets are off. I will somehow get promoted above your manager and then fire them immediately.
Quickly as possible, I'll do my best to conceal our intrusion.
What is all this shit? Oh wow, they just killed all these machines. Like, just right away. No, I know you're working, like, actively currently. Oh, thank God, that fart was a risk.
Spectres ahead.
Company, follow my lead.
That's what I do.
Could use plasma ammo here.
Is that the only one? He said Spectres. Oh, there's another one.
Bottoms up.
I wonder if I could have silently killed these things. Oh, I didn't refill my stuff. Oh, shit. I'm an idiot. Oh, I can't hit it with melee attacks or something?
Pain subsiding. What's that crystal? It's an their armor breaks so rarely. Well, if I'm fighting them, get away from the goddamn cliff. Oh yeah, I definitely could have like done like an attack from above or something. Also, why am I not just doing this more often? Acid's corroding its armor.
Boom, mid-attack, killed it. Where's this guy? Somehow not acided anymore. Wow, that thing almost killed me. I'm trying, but it's like knocking me. It's like doing this perma knockdown.
I think we got it.
I think you're right.
Oh yeah, he'll restock me. I forgot about that. I don't need to remake stuff.
Find anything?
Yeah.
I think there's a cave up there that might get us through that ridge.
Let's climb up to it.
The new campaign manager that joined. Yeah, well, I would fire your manager immediately. Not even kidding. They're not doing good enough. I don't care if you like them either. They just be. They're dead. They're gone. They gone. I really just want to restock my health stuff here, but oh, there's more. Acid Hunter arrows, yay. There was a weapon up there I could have used. Where am I going? Up, right. Okay. Another Bellowback thing. Got volatile sludge. Did I get this thing? Enough to... Yeah, I did. Takes a ton, though. Anything else that's not topped off? Not really, except for this. But F that. Just do it. Wait, where am I going? Hold on, wait. Wants me to go this way. Oh.
What's in this backpack? Metal bricks?
Aloy, Alva and I are closing in on the regulator.
Keep me posted.
It's creepy in here.
Don't worry. I'll protect you.
I wish I had a glider. I guess I'll find another way across.
Oh, okay, yeah. He'll make it. Yeah, it is your fault.
I'm not really built for climbing.
Tried to.
Dead machines on this island.
We killed a great many when we landed here. Their salvage may prove useful to you now.
Not really.
Another Spectre.
Sneak or fight, you choose.
What's that thing back there? Is that metal flower? That's hilarious.
I don't think shocking will help.
Is it just one? I'll just wait for it and maybe sneak attack it. I don't know if I can, though. I really want to get that metal flower. I don't want to miss something on this quest.
Anytime you're ready. Oh, I heard that crunch from here. Don't get that stuff on you.
Aloy's under attack! Cover her!
Firing!
Better than any Oseram.
That was interesting. Can't do anything with that. Here's a perp. Oh, is that just the main? Wait, is that Stormbird? They took down Stormbirds and stuff, dude. Sunwing, no data available. There's a... Oh, it was a gun. There's gotta be like at least one more medicinal. Yeah, over here. Alright, now I'll be totally topped off. I can go up that way. But I'm gonna go to the metal flower first.
Tired yet?
Yep.
He threw the hunter arrows all the way over there? Why? Why would you do that?
Yeah. Clear those weeds.
That should do it. We're through.
Oh, is this the way I'm supposed to go? Oh, it's the way I'm supposed to go. Well, whatever. I don't care.
These Spectres are good sports!
We can take this one, Aloy! Keep moving!
Oh, okay.
That Stormbird carcass should get us over the gap.
I hate Stormbirds. But I guess Yeah, dead one's handy enough.
Yeah, dead one's fine.
Hey, you remember
This-
the good old days when our only worry was whether Meridian would be destroyed? You know, instead of a whole world.
Oh, yeah. Good times.
There's definitely a Spectre here.
More specters.
Machines
I'll
make it
attack
that's
with you.
possible.
Oh, there's 3? Dude, why? Disc launcher? Is that Thunderjaw? Oh shit. Might be able to sneak over there. We can sneak over there? That'd be fantastic. I have to let this guy pass one more time though.
I've not seen this. I'll follow you in.
I missed one of them. It's like solar panel ones take more damage. Aha! Oh, I thought I dodged you. I didn't actually. Aha! You fool! And then he recovered immediately, and then I got screwed. And I missed.
Let's check it out. Bring it on.
The hell blew up? Oh, what's that one? Is that 4th one?
Look at that guy fizzing away. Way to take it down.
One.
Get back to the ball.
I think they're off 4. If it knocks me off, I'll be beyond pissed. Get up. Wish it was another disc launcher. Oh, they're shooting like big spikes into the ground and following up on it. Alright, that one's dead. It was so much easier to kill these things before. What is that?
Keep going. I think that's all of them.
That was a shield? What the fuck?
Let's push on.
Oh, these are Apex machines. They were on the island somehow too when they landed.
A little.
And there's one more Spectre after this that I gotta find too. Where is that shit? Wasn't this one? It's that one.
Here, up this rock.
What is this? Oh. So there's scrap piles here still. There should be more Shiza along the way, I guess.
We're gonna have to climb around this corner.
I'll try not to complain.
I can see the way forward. Keep moving.
As fast as we can. You alright?
Sort of.
Oh, you know, there's another one. I don't think there's such a thing as an Apex Spectre, but no, get off.
Looks like the others have things under control.
Am I supposed to? Oh no, they're fighting that one. Oh, there's one there though.
How many
There,
specters
machine's
do
vulnerable.
Zeniths have?
More than we want to fight at once, that's for sure.
Hey, just here. Here we go.
Aloy, Alva and I are in position.
Do it. Blow the regulator.
A moment for my infected charges.
Well, somehow that one's taking a ton of damage.
Come on. Up this slab.
What's the easiest? Up this what? This ladder. A Dreadwing. Okay. I guess I'll just make more of these. Bless you. Oh, cutscene. I was like, what the hell was that?
Alva and Kotallo did their job. Now it's Beta's turn.
Aloy? I think we're in trouble.
Whatever you plan to do to stop those specters, you better do it now.
I'm not doing anything. Beta will. She just needs a little time.
Time that we don't have.
Come on, Beta, come on, come on, come on.
What is that?
Our army.
His slaughter spines.
I think you got their attention.
They're like, it's all Thunderjaws and slaughter spines.
Very clever. You had Beta inject Hephaestus into the base's printer matrix.
Which is faster and more powerful than any cauldron.
And now it can crank out machines to its heart's content.
Yeah, they're not on our side exactly though.
Before this whole place becomes a war zone.
Your maneuver, as clever as it is, means that Hephaestus has escaped containment. It will no doubt flee back to the Cauldron network.
We grabbed it once, we'll get it again.
Or we'll find a way to replicate its functionality, perhaps. The Apollo database.
Aloy, in case we don't make it, I just have one regret.
What is it?
That we had to do all this climbing.
That a big rock might give us a bridge to get up and through.
Gotcha.
I guess not all the specters are fighting our machines.
Ah, that'd have made it nice and easy.
Is it just one?
Zoe and Baldy are fighting another Spectre up there.
I think they can handle it.
There is a second one. Why could I not scan that, like, through the rock and stuff?
much damage from fire.
Why are those ones so hard to see? Alright.
It's here when you want it. It's not fear, but it'll do.
I don't know what he dropped. I don't want to use the I guess I could just use them. Fuck it.
You got his weak spot.
It got plasmed by what? I'm gonna make more right now. Alright, that was so much easier. I should have been doing that the whole time.
What do you get?
Just some parts.
This is intense. We're close. I do not like that we let Hephaestus go.
This way.
In order to do that.
Big jump.
Because that was the biggest problem of this whole freaking game. Was killing him.
Right, I think.
And Silence is probably right. But what is this stuff? And Silence is probably right, so he's gonna
And now to the left.
do some more cool, like shit, and then it's even harder to get. And I seriously doubt it happens in this game, which means it's probably another game.
You can get to the launch tower through the hangar up ahead. I'm heading over to join you now. The hangar's in bad shape, but I can see the way in. Hurry, Aloy!
Another one. Yeah! Get the fumes in your eye.
By the blood of the king!
Yeah! Oh, they felt that one.
Oh, I hate messing with one of these. They're so impactful.
Sorry, Aloy. Hey, you want me to hit you?
Good work, everyone. Let's go.
Ooh, I got it right before it hit me. That was awesome. Oh, and there was a weapon over here. What is this? Inferno blaster. Oh, there's Silence. Is everyone just going? Is everyone following me or going the right way? Oh, okay. Everyone's following me.
Whoa. Look at all this Zenith space stuff.
I'm fully topped off on basically everything. Oh, I should have made more spikes.
Come on, let's go.
This way, demon! Ah!
Wow.
This is the death I was promised. Go!
This sucks. I mean, I figured she was dead since we had a choice to kill her and she might not have been here. I wonder what would have changed, though, about that cutscene. Like, we probably just make it through the hangar, which is so weird.
Gala returned peacefully to the cycle.
Nothing for peace.
At least she died on her own terms. That's her puppet.
Yeah, we got all the futuristic stuff.
No such distinctions.
Get all those things.
It's been intense, but Katalo got me to a network node. I'm trying to get in.
Keep at it.
That is so cool to watch that. like the Thunderjaws and Slaughter Spines just wrecking these things. Which way do I go? To the right, so what's... Oh, there's a railing there stopping me. Oh, those health potions, that's cool. Excuse me. Well, I was already up here, but okay.
Ah, now we know who's been causing all the fuss. Tilda's little pet.
Silence! Zenith's inbound. Can we drop their shields, please?
I'm powering it up. Stay still.
This is pointless! You can't hurt us. Face it, you're worms that ooze through the cracks into our basement.
Silence?
One moment more.
But I might just spare you if you give up Tilda. I think it's safe to say she's forfeited her share of our operation. Permanently.
There.
No? Nothing? Fine. All right, people. Light 'em up! Are we supposed to be scared?
They can still fly though.
We can't let Gerard escape. It won't take long before he preps the shuttle for launch. Then he'll be able to take Beta and Gaia into orbit and onto the Odyssey beyond our reach.
We gotta go through there?
And he didn't do that the first time because...
I failed to see another
reasons.
option.
Then we'll carve a path. Ready?
I'm assuming I run through it. Or it's a cutscene.
Get to the top and secure Gaia. I'll stop Gerard.
Alright, let's run.
I gotta get to the top of the tower and free Beta.
Aloy, die, I say, filth! Apologies for that. We're okay. As long as Alva hurries.
I'm almost into the network! Just do the best you can.
It's probably when I stand on the thing. I'm full on healing, so I don't need to go back for those plants.
Okay, an elevator. Promising.
We got some unfinished business, little girl.
Why am I so stunned from that? He threw me.
I don't
Trust me, you're gonna wish you had one.
Yeah, when he dies.
Oh, I wish this would go on forever, don't you? But all good things must come to an end. Is that right,
What?
little mouse?
Whoa, what is that?
Shoulda run, little mouse.
I'm taking you down!
Ooh, plasma. That's not good. Yeah, and then once you get that, once he hits you once, you're fucked up. Once he hits you with a move once and then blow up.
You want this as much as I do.
Ow. Oh, I broke his arm. Good.
Not much without your shield, are ya?
Aloy, are you there? I'm on my way to help. Just need to find my way in there.
Oh, that was perfect. One hit. One hit. One hit.
I'll break you, girl.
Oh, oops. Someone's coming down.
I almost forgot what it was like to hurt.
Now we're having fun, right?
It wasn't even blood. Well, it was blood when I was shooting him, but that was like water on a spear. Like they're all robots. That would be smart of them.
You okay?
I will be. In time.
Alright, let's just make more of these just in case.
Go. Rescue your sister. I'll regroup with the others and make sure they're alright.
Wait, is there more stuff down here? There's healing stuff, so. This place is huge, and I doubt there's something awesome and secret about it. I think this is probably the best loot I would get. I didn't check his body, but I seriously doubt they'd give me. Seriously doubt they'd give me loot from him, because then I would get like, you know, bodysuit of penetrability. Some sort of Omega gun was all plasma based, you know, just the weird stuff like that. This elevator goes so slow too. I was expecting them to cutscene this, but okay. No, it goes faster than the cutscene.
Looks like the machines and Spectres have almost wiped each other out. What was that?
Aloy, Gerard just activated the self-destruct failsafe on the printing matrix. He's taking control of a number of systems.
Including the lift?
I'm afraid so. He's restricted its access to the top. You'll have to climb from there. I have to go. I almost have.
Wouldn't be this game without some climbing, but I mean, they really changed the climbing mechanics. You used to climb so much better in the first game. Watching Vinny Bats do it, like, it's so painfully obvious that they changed the climbing for the worse in this game. Not that I really mind. I'll do that normal way. I could have just glided over, but whatever.
Erend? Is everyone alright down there?
Mostly. We're cleaning up the last few Spectres.
What about the Zeniths?
Dead, I think. Zoe told me you got Eric. Good work.
Yeah. Thanks. I guess only Tilda and Gerard are left then.
Aloy, you there? Listen, I got into the network, but only for a minute before I was shut out. I found a bunch of flight plans and trajectories, as if the Zeniths were planning to leave Earth.
Doesn't make any sense.
I know. But there's more. The files I found have a lot of references to something called Nemesis. Whatever it is, the Zeniths are afraid of it.
Alva? Alva! What's going on here? Maybe Beta can help me figure it out. She's okay.
Okay. Nemesis, and they're afraid of it. So there's either more Zeniths. I'm wondering if it's either more Zeniths, and these are like the good ones, which would suck majorly, or it's like they did have their own version of Gaia and it got corrupted at some point and it became Nemesis, and it's had 1,000 years to evolve evilly. This is so cool that you can see this battle. Man, the design of this must have taken months of the design team. Like legit months just to do this one like futuristic thing, because a lot of the other stuff is probably copy paste. Okay, so I gotta jump onto that. I can't, or wait, can I go up the steps? Oh yeah, I can. Okay. Can I go up these steps? No, that's blocked off. Nemesis, they're afraid of it, man. I really need more information on that. Man, they just threw something like that in at the very end, huh? And the Zeniths are afraid of it. Purple box, do I care about it enough to go get it? Yeah. Because if I had gone up the initial way I was planning, I would have just gotten it anyway. Oh, and here now. Now this isn't ruined. Damn. Yeah, I can just do that.
Are you okay?
There's gonna be a third game.
I know you've been through a lot, but you have to help me access the Zenith network. I need to see their files. Anything referring to the word Nemesis. Okay. Over there.
This looks a lot like Ted Farrow's boardrooms.
The systems are down all over the base. I should be able to take advantage of... Yes, Nemesis. Here. There's something in deep space. It's following the Zeniths to Earth. Look. Escape vectors. Alva tried to warn me about this. The Zeniths aren't planning to stay here. It's a machine of some kind. Or a swarm of them. The energy readings are astronomical. Aloy, I don't think a natural disaster destroyed the Zenith colony on Sirius. This thing did. Earth isn't a new home for them. It's a way station. They're on the run.
I see you've been busy.
And you've been lying. Nemesis, what is it?
It is us. The minds of Far Zenith. Or failed copies of them, anyway. Back on Sirius, some of my peers weren't satisfied with physical immortality. They wanted digital transcendence. A way to upload their minds into any form, organic or mechanical. Nemesis was a failed experiment to that effect. Abandoned, but never erased. An immense database of our memories, emotions, and prejudices left to fester.
And it destroyed your colony?
We didn't realize it had gained sentience until it broke containment. It had everything it needed from our memories. Security protocols, system specs, override codes. It hacked everything before we knew what hit us. Then it took over our printing facilities, allowing it to gain any machine form it needed to wipe us out.
But why?
Imagine being trapped alone for decades with only the twisted echoes of megalomaniacs for company. It hates us for abandoning it to that prison. And now that it's free, it will do anything to destroy us, including denying us a safe harbor on Earth.
The extinction signal that woke Hades. You didn't send it. Nemesis did.
Finally, you understand. And when that failed, it launched from Sirius to finish the job itself. Which is why we must flee to a random planet circling a random star, somewhere it can never find us.
With Gaia, so you can build yourself a new world.
That's the plan. Even now. Earth is finished, Aloy. Nemesis will scour it of life to deny its creators a viable home. But Elizabeth's dream won't die. You'll come with me to the stars. And with Gaia, we'll create a new world. Together. Where that monstrosity could never find us.
What? No.
I loved Elizabeth. More than you could ever know. And I let her stay behind to die with the rest of humanity. A mistake I have regretted for 1,000 years. Now she stands before me again. Not some inferior copy, but her best possible self. So I'm not asking. You're coming with me. It may seem harsh now, but you'll forgive me in a few centuries.
You can't force me, Tilda. Your shield is gone.
I have something better. Spectre Prime, to me.
Take cover! Get to the door!
Submit, Aloy. You can't win.
No!
I've heard that before.
This Spectre was designed to survive against more than that.
I better skip.
It's weak to acid and plasma. I'm not using anything plasma. Combat heavyweight, ultimate far zenith exoframe. It can morph into multiple forms, while gold armor like plates can become devastating weapons and gravitational reattached when torn off. Explosive antenna. And everything else is detached. Oh, wait, this is explosive too. Something I would never be able to hit. This is a weak spot. The back is a weak spot. And there are a million things. Oh.
No!
Right. Fun times.
I knew you didn't truly want to hurt me.
It's doing like cartwheels and shit. Yeah, let's just hit this thing with some Omega stuff.
You must submit.
This thing must be a lot harder on hard. Ooh, that sucked.
I can target its gold plating.
Oh, it's leaving void zones and stuff. Oh my god, what is this, a boss from World of Warcraft? shit is that?
Let her have it!
Oh wait, what? What? This is some. What the hell is this? This is some. Is the. That looked like a Kamehameha.
Elemental ammo is making a dent in those gold plates.
Activate!
Out of stamina. Thank you for becoming airborne. Right in the leg.
Armor's up! Soon we will be all that is left of the human race.
Done. That boss must be one a lot tougher without that legendary thing, and also must be a lot harder on hard.
It's over. Why couldn't you just let me choose?
Or Zenith, I gotta walk around this room, obviously. An instant combustion coil. Alright, yeah, return to the console. We will do that in a second. The spike thrower is a godly weapon. You can't convince me there's a better weapon in this game. There just isn't one. Spike thrower is like, I mean, just look what it did to that boss. Imagine me hitting it with 900 arrows to blow up the little antenna, right? Just to plasma it. And I gotta use bombs on it and stuff, like, to get it to the maximum extra plasma explosion damage. Now I'm gonna have to fight another swarm. I didn't see that coming, to be honest. I didn't see a Ted Faro-like swarm of malicious intent coming for me. And I lost Hephaestus, so the third game's gonna be find Hephaestus.
She tried to take you. And she told you about Nemesis.
So you've known all along.
From Hades, yes. Along with data on how to circumvent the Zenith shields. Everything I did to create the rebel army was based on that knowledge. To reach this place, this moment.
And you couldn't just tell me?
Come now, Aloy. You're the last person to act sensibly in the face of impossible odds. When I learned of Nemesis from Hades, I saw the pieces on the board and how to play them. And in that same moment, I knew it was a game you would never play. That you would interfere and attempt to save the Tenakth. I was correct, to a point. You ruined my plans, but brought your own to fruition. The end result is the same. We're here. And now it's time for me to leave this doomed planet behind. To seize the Odyssey and the Apollo database, and begin a new chapter in my pursuit of knowledge, one with infinite possibilities. You can join me if you so desire. You've more than earned your place. Unlike Tilda, I'm extending a polite invitation.
You're going to just take off? And abandon everything? Stay. Help me fight that thing.
Perhaps Tilda didn't adequately define the threat. Nemesis can't be stopped. It destroyed a highly advanced Zenith colony in a matter of hours. What hope does this primitive tribal Earth have? If you brought Gaia, you wouldn't be abandoning life, you'd be saving a seed for a new world. Just as Elizabeth did. It's the choice she made. The sacrifice of all that is for the hope of what might be. If she were here in your place, she would board that shuttle, Aloy.
Found her.
Is she hurt?
Still on her feet.
Thank the Ten.
Goodbye, Silence.
No, but take Apollo. Don't give him Apollo.
She looks okay.
She looks victorious.
As always.
Aloy. You did it.
Hey, where's he going?
As far away as anyone can go.
Oh. Are you sure?
You're staying.
For a time. You people are going to need all of the help you can get.
I cannot believe he's staying.
Is
I
anyone
knew that we
else need
wouldn't
a
lose
drink?
Apollo.
Not if it's that ale of yours.
I'd be fine with a nap.
Excellent idea.
I hope it's really over this time.
That's nice. No one asks, what is that? Don't we need to go up to the Odyssey and get, like, Apollo and the other two? Come back down to Earth, crash land. Something?
There's another battle ahead, Elizabeth. Very different than the one you fought. It's not about the distant hope of creating a new world. It's about preserving the one we have.
So she has everything except Hephaestus
My friends have a new mission. To
and
spread the word
Hades.
and ask for help. They've taken it in stride. I think it's because they've always known what I've only just started to understand. That the people of this world have the strength to fight any battle. The ingenuity to solve any problem. The courage to overcome any obstacle. And the resilience to rise after any setback. As for me, I can't say I'm not afraid. What lies ahead will be harder than anything we've faced before. But I know I can put the fear aside. Because for the first time in my life, I feel like I'm not alone.
Goddamn Hephaestus. Oh damn, that's the proving. Wait, can I control this? No, I can't control it, okay. I thought it might have been like Star Fox. No, not Star Fox. Super Smash Bros. N64 version. The original. Oh no, this isn't the proving. That's one of the towers. Alright, so it is just this map. I thought it was going to go from, like, New Jersey, wherever the fuck the Nora are, all the way to Tanakh, West Coast, San Francisco. So, like, fly what I assume on this bird is like a 15 to 45, I'm bad at estimates, journey. It takes 5 to 6 hours in a plane going hundreds of miles an hour. On this bird, it would be much longer. But yeah, good game. I like this a lot. A lot of improvements over the first game where it came to armor and weapon design and stuff. Was not a fan of that legendary bow taking so long to fire a second shot. It wasn't a sharp shot bow. It was a warrior bow. Or not a warrior bow. It was just a hunter bow. But it took super long as like some sort of weird balance. So that was annoying. That was the only problem I had with the weapon. Obviously the spears are the biggest improvement to weaponry in gaming history from one game to another. Unless you count like going from World War II in Call of Duty to futuristic in like Black Ops 3. World design, you guys are champions, you people. Additional world design, I guess those 3 people were just like, yeah, not part of the main team. You guys are just auxiliary backups. But yeah, I like this game a lot. Now I have the ability to fly, I assume in the 3rd game, which, I mean, obviously there's a 3rd game coming. Will it be on PS5? Probably. I seriously doubt it would take them until like a PS6 comes out. Because Horizon Zero Dawn came out like midway through PS4's life cycle. Not at the very beginning. Like this game is on PS4 and PS5. It's a year and a half out from PS5 existing, right? Maybe even less. I don't remember. I think it's a little bit less, actually. Like by a month or 2. Here we are with Barren Wastes, or whatever, Barren Light. Barren Light, there's where the meeting was, with Fashav and the peeps. I mean, they made a beautiful world, so they would wanna... When the hell do the Sunwings do that with me on their back? Can I make the Sunwing do that? Probably not. It's very special just for the credits. Everything's Thanos snapping, right? These are all Thanos snapping every time the credits end. But man, I gotta be honest, there's not a ton to do post-game. I mean, it would be just grinding things to upgrade weapons. I mean, if the DLC comes out, I buy it immediately. Day one, I play it. Day one. I loved the DLC from I keep calling it Frozen or Zero. I keep calling it Forbidden Dawn or something. Whenever I'm like writing the title for the YouTube video, which none of them are live, but most of them are up. I think there's like 7 recordings that aren't currently live on YouTube or currently uploaded. Game code features and stuff. Maybe if they reintroduce like some sort of, I don't know what else they could add besides DLC. But you know, just amazing game. I really can't stress enough. I complain all the time when I play games. Me and Vinny Bats kind of have that in common, where we complain all the time. Like we're just complaining during the game, but we have a massive appreciation because you're not like calling out amazing things that you like see. Not often. Sometimes you're saying like, "Oh, look at this attention to detail," blah blah. But it's the annoyance that comes out when you complain about something like, "Oh, why can't I make this jump? Oh, why is the climbing downgraded?" Like that's the one downgrade I think from 1 to 2 was climbing. Like you used to be able to climb so much faster, but you had to climb a lot more. Like just in the environment. Here climbing was more almost exclusively exploration based to get to like the black areas of the map where there wasn't anything there. It was just the mountains where it was desolate nothingness. And honestly the pacing was okay for the game. If you just follow main story and you get to like level 35 and you just do it, it's obviously doable, but you could just explore literally just the key things, like things that give you legendary weapons and legendary armor. So it's really salvage contracts to get at least 1 legendary armor. Yeah, like salvage contracts to get at least 1 legendary armor, or you can do the arena up to the point I did to get at least one legendary armor. That's the one thing I might come back and do. Like, honestly, I think I'm pretty much done for the night, because I don't want to just keep going in the game for extra side stuff. I think a satisfying story, I gotta sit with the story. Because that's what draws me to these games, the world building and the story. Like, I love the data points, I like reading all that extra stuff. Hearing the audio logs, the world exploration, like seeing this, right? Like, you can stand somewhere and see this in-game, like not in the credits. I could fly on a sunwing and walk and look at that. Like, that's amazing. But I really want to sit with the story. Tilda's like weird plan at the end, just to have like some sort of boss fight. I would have definitely rather killed Gerard myself. I'll say that. Like, killing Tilda as like a last minute like backstab or like weirdness. I mean, yeah, you can trust her, blah blah blah, but Gerard is the evil douche. You know? That's who I would want to go to. That's who I would have rather fought and killed. And I wish that like he somehow subdued Tilda. I fought him. And then Tilda did the betrayal thing, but like Silence like came in and did something to Tilda. Because they were butting heads, right? Like, they seemed like counterweights to one another when it came to like secrecy and stuff. But yeah, like future for the series. So we got this badass collection of hyperintelligence coming our way. It's basically the Swarm on steroids, except the Swarm robots are all kaput, and we got to just imagine that it can't infect Gaia. So there's got to be like some sort of like Gaia is probably immune in some way, or we'll make her immune. So the very beginning of the third game is going to be us recapturing Hephaestus. But the thing is, like, the game's based on the machines being free roaming things that you take down and you know, and take apart for components and stuff. So I imagine we wouldn't get Hephaestus until like end game ish. You know? And who knows when this like swarm hits. I hope it's not just, I mean, I'll leave it, you know, obviously they're professionals. I really hope it's not just like business as usual, trying to get Hephaestus for like literally like 3/4 of the game. You finally get him, and then down comes this hyperintelligence AI thing that infects every existing robot, and we have to kill all of them again, like just to keep them enemies, and then that's the end of all of our worries. The thing too is, how is Nemesis, how do they know the intentions of Nemesis? Was it like literally broadcasting stuff? I mean, besides the Hades signal to try and take this Earth out, like was it broadcasting stuff to them, like, I'm gonna get you, you sons of bitches, you know? Who knows? But in the third game, I hope we get Hephaestus pretty quickly. I mean, it honestly seems like to expand the map, like we've done North America basically. Like, are we going global is the big question. Like, are we fast traveling like via some sort of super robot that we get from Hephaestus, like for air travel, or like some sort of teleportation tech from Gaia's think tank when she has Hephaestus. And obviously, since Gaia has all the other components, including Artemis, like, we're obviously brushing up on that, right? Like, how is that going to come into play? We're probably just going to see a lot of tribes people, like, learning stuff. Everyone's going to get a focus. We mass produce those, obviously, in some sort of fabrication facility. And everyone's just connected like a global network. I don't know. I mean, I would have a ton of fun being a game designer on this game. I'm not gonna lie, like on the third game. Like, that's why I decided to sit with it. Like, these are all like knee-jerk reactions to where the story could go. And who knows what, I mean, I assume they have a plan already kind of in place and they'll storyboard it over time. Oh, there's a Stormbird, let's avoid that. There was something else I thought of. Oh yeah. I really do wish that the sentience of all of the other AI elements, I wish that we got more interaction with them. They all got their own voices. I wish they all had their own personalities, kind of like Hephaestus. Like, he's just misguided. He's doing this to stop his robots from being destroyed. Like, he's creating hunter-killer robot versions to stop his stuff from being destroyed. You know? So he at least has a purpose. Hades was the target of the malicious code, and it was basically told, like, extinguish life on Earth. And he was doing it. So, like, that's whatever. But I wish that we got more interaction. Like, where we went to go get the three AIs, Hephaestus, Demeter, Aether, and Minerva. Well, no. Minerva, Demeter, and Poseidon. I wish that all four of the ones we interacted with, like, when we're in their facility, are talking to us. And, like, telling us why, you know, why they're scared, what, you know, what their purpose is, asking us questions about their existence, and having, like, Gaia kind of talk back to them and calm them down as he's over there. You know, and get to see some of their personality. They were all given sentience, and they existed as long as Hades did. They may have fled and, like, just defended themselves and been scared or something, but, like, I mean, they're intelligent AIs, and maybe their computational, their hierarchical heuristic weight, or whatever it was called, was low. But I mean, still, like, 4% of Gaia is still, like, an unfathomable amount of computational power as far as we're concerned right now. So you think they would have gotten over that and done something else with their purpose, right? Like, maybe actively poisoned the water, because maybe they all started fearing humans or something without Gaia's moral code to guide them, kind of thing. I think that would have been cooler. And maybe that was the initial plan, and they just had, you know, constraints with the scale of this game. There's always, I mean, I'm sure anyone that designs anything is going to tell you there's always more that they could have done, they wanted to do, you know, more. I wanted to tweak this aspect of it, I wanted to add this thing. That's why DLC comes out for these games, really. I mean, yeah, it's like a money-making mechanic for people that are diehard fans, but for a game like this, it adds to the story. And in DLC for Zero Dawn, they added Hephaestus stuff, which led directly into this game, which was important. You know, that was your first interaction with Hephaestus. You saw what he was like, and then that kind of led into this game. It was like a bridge of a gap. So I imagine that if they do, I love how they always do the babies that were born during the making of this stuff. They're basically saying, like, anyone that you saw on the list before now with this last name, they screwed us over because they took paternal leave. Not screwed them over, but, like, they left for a couple of months. And yeah, thank you for playing. You're welcome. This is an amazing series. I gotta say, on PS4, I think my number one, like IP, maybe you would have to say new IP, but my number one is Horizon Zero Dawn. I love the story. I love the world that they've created, everything about it. I will say, though, for a critique, like, the world, I mean, they have random robots. They have random robots running around, right? And Angela Bassett, really? Damn. Freya, Kyle, Rose, Parker. Damn, for Talana. Oh God, what was I saying? It really would, I think, be a whole lot cooler if the world wasn't totally dead except for wildlife and robots between major cities. Like, these tribes are out hunting machines for parts for themselves. They're out trading with other tribes to get stuff. They're foraging in the fields for the same way that I am, like for raw materials. They're doing provings and tests and stuff. Like, show me those. Don't just have me run into one group of Tenakth who are on their first mission to become true, like their own squad or whatever, and they end up getting effed over. You know? Give me... Oh yeah, they gave Hephaestus, Demeter, they have like different names. I just want to see if there's like Nolan North, right? Charlie Russell. But give me more of the tribe people walking around patrolling their lands for machines or whatever. Like, the way the world is built right now, it looks a lot like everyone. It's almost like how the world is now, right? Like in vast wildernesses of nothing, there's like a hub, a city, just right there. That's like a million people, and then you go out from that, anywhere between there and the next major city in the straight line, like 10 people exist. Like in Siberia that happens, right? And maybe the world isn't super duper populated right now, you know, because they're only a couple of generations out from the first peoples or whatever, and they've developed all these like weird, all these weird like cultures and different religions and stuff. I missed to see if Nolan North was in it or some other name that I would have recognized. As an additional voice, but like, make the world feel a little bit more alive like that, because they talk about how they've done this. Like, they talk about, oh, I went here and did this, oh, I went here and did this. Like, all right, well, why don't I see you doing that? That's probably my biggest gripe with the entire game, is just how empty the world feels, except for where you're on a mission when it comes to real people. Like, they had the tiniest bit of actual interaction by having rebels out randomly. So there were enemies, extra enemies, not just the machines, but now also there's level 40 rebels with berserkers that one-shot me no matter what level I am, or what kind of defensive maneuver I take. I have to kill them really fast, or I die. And yeah, I would teleport to a fire and there they are. Like, I couldn't be at the fire to save because there was like this event for like 2 or 3 campfires only. The Reach's Museum for the use of their... Oh, for the artwork. But that, I mean, if they improve that in the next game and you see like more, just more things in the world. Like, I mean, yeah, they're machines and they're hard to kill, obviously, right? And they're being developed actively. But I mean, back when we were tribal, like, there were bears and wolves and other things that were scary. But I mean, we weren't just like, we wouldn't just sit in like one spot and never go anywhere. Like, hunter-gatherers, they were out hunting and out gathering. And there's no real huge animals in this world because the machines take their place. Like, you don't see like cows, right, to get meat. So you're eating a ton of birds and fish. Unless you can somehow eat machine parts. But show me people out hunting the boars for meat also. Like, just show me things in the world that aren't machines built by Hephaestus just specifically to kill Aloy. You know. But the upgrade system, like the different trees being more robust and built out, and different paths you can take instead of just having to do straight lines for the most part. There were a couple of branching paths in the first game. Just that was good. I like that a lot. I said all the new weapons. I like the story. I would like Aloy to be a little bit less of like a robot herself, where she just says the same thing to everyone, like, oh, let's not die. Let's not die. No, we're gonna make it back okay. I gotta do this alone. you can help. I'll come get you to help. Having like no, I mean, she had some emotion at the end for Varl, and like she always just seems like annoyed with people, and it's fine if she's annoyed. Show me that she's annoyed because she knows of the technological existence of the ancient ones or the old ones, and all these people that find little specks of that are just these tribal morons. Like the Quen, right, are the biggest example, which is what Silence was saying. Like, they found focuses, they had access to all this data, they immediately made it forbidden for the most part, except for the highest ranking people, who, how the hell were they decided, who knows. It's just like old empires, right? And then they turned it into a religion instead of seeing it for what it was, which was the technology, like just cold, unfeeling technology, you know, and seeing like history is written by the winners or by whoever has the most money, right? So I can see confusing Ted Faro and some of these other people as, you know, good godlike figures if you're reading about them and their triumphs in the world and things like that. But I mean, you have the focus, like you gotta be able to dig deeper and see enough examples to know that it's like technology. Like, don't build cults around it. Like, just understand what's that. Like, you have so many examples even without Apollo, but now we have Apollo, so let's see how that changes the game. Probably won't change anything for the Quen. I imagine, now that I'm actually thinking about it, the Quen are introduced late, so what probably happens is we do go, like, we've conquered North America, right? One single human being traveled from the East Coast to the West Coast, took out all the cauldrons, all the Tallnecks, killed thousands, tens of thousands of machines and wildlife to upgrade pouches and upgrade other shit like that. We've conquered North America. We're either going, I mean, and I'm pretty sure it counts as Canada too, but we're either, you know, because we went north into Canada, into like northern, like on the border between Canada and the US for the Frozen Wilds DLC. Oh yeah, that's why I kept calling it Forbidden Wilds or whatever. We could either go south and see some old like Aztec structures and Mayan temples and things like that, 1,000 years beyond their 1,000-year-old now age, or we're gonna be going over the ocean to the Quen. The Quen seem to have been built up as like the next big bad, so what I guess the direction we're going is like, you know, another hard reset of level 1, because that's how games work, and then we go overseas to the Great Delta. What is that? I don't know. I can't imagine what it would be, but I imagine it's not like Japan or Hawaii, you know, but they go west, so anywhere they land, it could be like Australia or New Zealand, could be China if they miss Japan somewhere, and it could honestly be all the way in India if they're really like don't hit land to the right or the left somehow. But I imagine we're going global in the next game. That's the only natural progression I can think of. But the only other tribe that we've heard of is the Quen Empire, so they have to have a huge amount of land under their control. They have royal families, cousins. It's basically like ancient Rome, is what it sounds like. But like way weirder and less so. Like ancient Rome was like very open about everything. Like, I mean, yeah, those in power kept power and stuff, but I mean, they made the republic, and politicians, and like they were into debauchery left and like at all levels of society, from the top to the very bottom. And this is gonna just be like a closed off, very brutish society. I don't even know what to compare it to. Like, maybe that's what ancient China was like. I don't really know what ancient China was like. The only thing I remember from my history class about ancient China was the foot binding stuff, where they would wrap up women's feet so they didn't grow too big, and they would just literally break their bones as they grew. Like, ridiculous. I remember I did it. I didn't study and I didn't read what I was supposed to read, and then we had a pop quiz on it. It was like what was considered foot binding in ancient China, and I said it was a method of capital punishment, or like basically a death penalty for criminals, where they wrapped up their feet so they couldn't really move, and then they threw them into a river or a body of water. And I think I got like 2 points out of like 10 or 15 because I said that they wrapped the feet in bindings. And I got all of the other part of it wrong because obviously I was wrong. I said. So that's basically what I remember because of that. Because I always remember the things I got wrong better than the things I got right. And I know I've used this example before, but like AP biology, there was one question I didn't answer, so that I didn't get any negative points, which was about plants. I hated the plant section of it. It was like 4 chapters on plants out of like 30. I hated it. I absolutely hated it. I did good on the test, but like, and I answered some of them, but it was something about like how ferns reproduce versus bushes or something. I just left it blank. Or like trees versus bushes. I left it blank. But then there was an essay question, which was what is cephalization? CEPHALIZATION. And how did it help life move from water to land? And no one knew what this was. I was like, bio was my favorite subject in school. If I wasn't too lazy and I had planned my life better, I probably would be a biologist right now instead of just going to college for whatever. Because it was the only subject in school that really interested me. But I got to that page. I honestly think first, like not even a brag. I just think I got there first because I just loved bio so much that I just had that information. I read that and I sat there and I looked at it for like, I swear to God, like 5 minutes. And I was like, what could this be? And the best I could come up with, which was a total guess, was it is the like act of hardening a shell around an egg. So it made the eggs for reproduction more durable and possible on land versus in the water, where if you have like, and that's where we see the change from amphibians who still exist primarily in the water to reptiles who go in and out, but also existed primarily on land for the most part, especially when they became larger and they, so I said it was that. So like before cephalization, it's soft eggs where they have to exist in a wet, damp environment and hatch in a wet, damp environment. Otherwise they would, like not work. They would get dried out where life would seep away from them or whatever. To the hard eight, like shell. I think I got like 2 points out of 10 again when I looked. I don't know what the points I got were for. All totally wrong and total bullshit. Cephalization is the condensing of a nerve net, like a jellyfish, where like if you poke it, a nerve net, it just fires off randomly and it could go around the body 900 times until it randomly hits the brain. And then the animal that has a nerve net will flinch from the pain. It could be minutes later, seconds to minutes later, but it's very unlikely to be instantaneous. But that's fine in an environment where there's water and you're less prone to like injury in such a way that you need to move immediately. Like if you're falling somewhere and you hit something in the water, you slide away from it. Like maybe you take some damage, but you slide away from it. You just keep floating along. On land, when you run into a tree, like you need to know that something's about to get pierced so that you can stop, because the resistance thing and stuff like that. So it was condensing of a nerve net into a brain and central nervous system. So like we have a brain and a spine and a central nervous system. But man, I will never, till the day I die, I will never forget that. I swear. I want cephalization on my tombstone. I'm not even kidding. I've been bitter about not knowing that. And I finished writing that essay and I was done. That was the last question. I was done with my test. I was sitting there for like 2 hours waiting for everyone else. And about half an hour after I was done, I started hearing people say, "What the fuck?" like out loud. Because like they would turn to the cephalization question. No one learned this in the entire school. They never taught it to us. we all complained to our biology teachers, and we were like, what is this? And they explained what it was, and they're like, yeah, we taught that. And we were like, no, you didn't. Every single student said, no, you didn't, and they didn't believe us. They didn't believe us. I remember the one that I complained to, or the one that we all complained to, was like the one who wasn't my teacher. It was the other teacher. And she was adamant that they reviewed it. I was like, when? In like just the AP review sessions, which I didn't need to go to because I was fine. And someone who went to the review session was standing right next to me, and they're like, no, we didn't go over it then either. And I was like, so when did we go over it? And they're like, when we went over the human stuff at the very beginning of school. I was like, I really don't think so. And in fact, no, it wasn't even the human thing, because that wasn't the beginning. They said it was during the human thing, but the human thing was when we went over human biology, instead of all the other parts about bio, like all the more minute things, it was just macro level human biology, like random facts, like if your head grew at the same rate as the rest of your body, if you made a circle with your arms over your head, that's how big your head would be, right? Like this is what our heads would be, because our heads start fairly large for our brain, and then it grows at a slower rate than the rest of our bodies. Like otherwise, that's why we have like normal sized heads on people that are 7 feet tall and people that are 5 feet tall, or you have large heads on people that are like randomly in the middle. So it was random stuff like that, but they made us present those topics. So like every kid, every team in the classes picked a topic. Like I did, me and whoever my partner was, I forget who he was. I think it went by alphabetical order, so it would be the guy with the last name Hoffman. So I think it might have been with him. Where we did like human reproduction. So like it never came up for us. But that means that like cephalization itself would have had to have been so important that it would have had to have been like every kid that did that, like in every class, every group that did that part of human biology would have to know to call it out and make a big deal about it. So it's probably just really bad luck that one of the main essay questions was about a topic that they had the students do the teaching of it instead of having the teachers go over it. But man, what a miss. I was so pissed. Because except for if I had known that in advance, like if I had actually gone over that, I would have gotten, I think, a perfect minus the one question I skipped score on my AP Bio exam. Like I think I'm pretty sure from the results I got a perfect on the multiple choice, except for the one that I skipped, and I got perfect scores on all the other essays. I remember that. So all of the points off that I got were on this one essay, basically. Like, it was so upsetting at the time. Now it doesn't really matter, and I can't remember like 99% of the stuff from biology, but I remember cephalization, and I remember that like ferns reproduce by having their pollen and spores just sit on them, and they require rain to come and wash to reproduce. Like they need rain to wash their pollen away, unlike other plants that might like produce pollen in the air, have bees come and transfer the pollen, bees or other animals or bugs. But bushes or ferns specifically need rain to come wash down and wash their little babies to another reproducing fern or whatever. I'll remember those two forever. But like the Krebs cycle, can't remember the shit about that. I remember it exists, but I don't know anything about it because I knew everything I needed to know about it at the time, wrote it down on some tests, and then popped out of my head. But yeah, back to the game. I mean, there wasn't really much more for me to talk about for the game. Back to the game. Like, yeah, I'm just really impressed. I really like it. I don't know if I'd ever replay it, but I might do like some bonus stuff where I try to do all of the arenas, and I try to go back and finish the hunting grounds that I didn't do, the one hunting grounds. I could just leave that stuff for when they release the DLC though. I imagine the arena might get more like another like level to it and stuff. But to beat the arena, I legit might just change the difficulty to easy, just to see what they are, but that seems so scummy to me. But I mean, I know it would make things like just such pushover things. So I would try to do it on normal, but I'm probably gonna look up like strategies that people use for basically all arena challenges. Because the thing isn't even just killing the machines, it's the time limit. And if people like write down that basically for like the last level of the arena you need to have fully upgraded legendary armor and weapons, that cannot be worth the time. Like grinding out those materials would take hours, especially Dreadwing stuff. I don't know where the hell they are. They don't exist. I'd probably have to run the arena, whatever thing I get up to that has Dreadwings, and just really focus on its parts and always get them and not care about the time limit, just make sure I got the parts. We'll see. Man, these are long credits though. Just throwing that out there. These are enormously long credits. But I mean, it's a huge game. And then you have like wanted sound and picture, right? Like what is that? It's one person. Is he like the only employee at his own company? But great game. Just getting back to the game, like fantastic game. Definitely my favorite PS5 game so far. I mean, I haven't played that many of them, but it's gonna be hard to beat. Probably because I'm not playing Elden Ring, because it would drive me insane. Oodle is an Epic Games Tools thing. Facial animations by FaceFX. Started in 2002, damn, that's crazy. The graphical improvement, by the way, on this game, and I didn't even play this in 4K, is insane. Watching VinnyBat stream the original Horizon earlier this week, I was looking at it, I was like, my god, these are like some of the same characters from the first game, and they look so different. And he's saying like, yeah, they look really good though still. When he sees this game like for himself, discover Nemesis. Let's just do that one. Total trophy progress 97%. Discovered a Skydrifter site. Discovered a Sunwing site. Defeating Farzan, you are now free to continue exploring and complete any unfinished quests and activities. Thank you for playing the Horizon team. Confirm. The Memorial Grove. Oh, let's see. Let's just see what these things are. Wait, what is that stuff? Why is it saying all that right now?
Maybe one day I'll head back to the Sacred Lands and see Sona again. Tell her what her son accomplished. And how brave he was.
It's just giving me every single thing. Like, you know, let's do this. Is this gonna stop it? Probably not. Might as well close it out with this stuff.
Elizabeth had a dream for this world. I guess a lot didn't go as planned. And there are still dangers ahead. Maybe the biggest yet. But after what Beta and I accomplished, I have hope. We'll fight for Elizabeth's dream. Together.
Coolio. Here's Beta. Based on the story, I guess only Beta would be here. Everyone else is off.
I'm getting a head start on looking for ways to temporarily stabilize the biosphere. We may not have a Festus, but I'm sure we can come up with something.
Oh yeah, I forgot. She saved this by a few months.
I paid Ball's grave a visit earlier. Back at Gemini, he tried so hard to protect me. He was my first friend. I still can't believe he's gone. Me too.
Oh, we're just done talking. Oh, there we go.
So, Nemesis. I had a lot of theories on what destroyed the Zenith colony on Sirius, but the twisted amalgamation of uploaded Zenith brain scans was definitely not one of them.
And now it's headed for Earth.
Yeah. Be careful out there, Aloy. When the Zeniths forced me to work on merging Hephaestus, it was... well, it was really pissed off. Capturing it again, it's not gonna be easy.
We'll find a way.
It's good to be back, Aloy. It's good to be back.
Yeah, I figured that was the end. Treated it like a... Oh, there's nothing for beating the game in there. Like, everything you could possibly need to ever upgrade all armor and weapons in the game. Damn it. This is my room. I've been in here. No, this is Varl and Zoe's room. Yeah, there's nothing to examine in here. Yeah, and then, like...
I'm surprised you're staying in the base.
Oh.
Thought you'd slink away to one of your workshops.
The capabilities of this facility are adequate for now.
Well, make yourself at home, I guess. So you finally got what you always wanted.
Yes. All the knowledge of the Apollo database at our fingertips. At long last. Once Gaia removes the last traces of Zenith code from it, that is. We're entering a brave new world, Aloy. You'd best be ready for it.
Oh yeah, I should talk to Gaia too.
Hephaestus will undoubtedly design new and deadlier machines now that it's returned to the global Cauldron network.
And we still need it to permanently fix the biosphere.
Perhaps there's another way, courtesy of Apollo. Time will tell.
Yeah, so that's what we're gonna need.
Found anything we can use against Nemesis?
I picked up a thread that may lead to a greater tapestry, but it will require more research. I will share my findings in due time.
Sorry to bother you.
I have work to do, Aloy.
Yeah, the last thing would be Gaia. Yes, like, I could get the shell snappers probably. And I could probably get the slaughter spines too. I can't believe after killing that extra one I didn't get its stupid primary nerve. But fire claws and frost claws, the one site for fire claws, it was dead. And it never came back to life for me, so that's cool. Well, Tilda won't be here, Katalo's gone. Yeah, everyone. I probably could travel the globe and talk to those people. But maybe I'll do that before DLC. Yeah. Right now, let's just talk to Gaia and then close this out. Now that she's back.
Everything okay, Gaia?
Yes, it is good to be home. Although my heuristic matrix will take some time to reinitialize.
Like until
I
DLC.
must ensure that all Zenith code has been purged from my systems.
Good idea. Take as long as you need.
It'll take until the DLC launches.
Are we gonna be able to fix the biosphere? With Hephaestus back out in the wild?
With its escape to the global Cauldron network, Hephaestus has resumed its operations and increased its security protocols. I am already formulating options to recontain it. Additionally, I will utilize the capabilities of my remaining subordinate functions and make every effort to stave off collapse of the biosphere. I am certain it will gain us some time.
Sounds good.
Reinitialization in progress. I will inform you when it is complete.
I guess we're done. Yeah, I guess we're done. Alright.
I will inform you when it is complete.
Thanks, Gaia. I will save and just look at what time I'm at for the game. Which way is the way? It's that way. I always get confused by this. And I'll look at the map real quick too. There might be some other undiscovered stuff, but whatever. Quick save. We'll look at the map and we'll perma save. So inventory. Yeah, give me the new coil. This one. I'm sure that's amazing. Let's see. Anything to note here? Nope. Everything is still shrouded in gray if it already was. Nothing new. Doesn't look like. Nothing in quests. So. Oh wait, notebook. Was there anything? I got all the character bios. Got all the collectibles. Including the war totems there. Didn't get all the data points, but got a lot of them. The world ones are like, where that, like, you gotta go so out of your way to find some of those things, and you need to be looking, and then somehow I didn't get this. We'll see. 90% complete. What else is there to do? Oh, the arena and the last thing. Oh, and collecting the legendary items and stuff? Yeah, fuck you. Alright, well, let's just look at what we're... Wait, what did she say? Oh, who cares? Alright. So Singularity was 86. A little bit longer than it takes on your time to complete for completionist, 90 hours. I think it said like 75 for that, but I mean there was hours where the game was running and I wasn't playing because of like stream stuff or like going to the bathroom and things like that. So like if I literally did like some sort of pause like this in the game every single time I got up, I would have a realistic time, but I would say I probably added like 5-ish hours with all that stuff. I mean, there was one part where like I started recording and I was like, all right, I'm gonna go eat, and then for like an hour I was gone on a BRB screen, but the game was running. So but yeah, 90 hours, almost 91. It's a lot of streaming. That's gonna do it for this game for right now. Maybe I'll do some bonus stuff with the arena and stuff and things, but I really do think I would just wait to do that until DLC, which is inevitable. I think they already said they're definitely gonna like release at least one DLC for the game. I don't know where they'll go. Could easily go out into the ocean to more islands. Maybe they'll explore to the west. I mean, it's Forbidden West, right? So either you go down, like make a new part of the map here, fill in a piece of the map here, or you go further west to like Hawaii or something like that. But we'll see. Until then, good night. Thanks for watching. I'll see everyone in the next game.